Hello and welcome to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Explore our playlist for more captivating novels, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Now, let's dive into today's story. Chapter 81 Extreme Ice Emperor Body. Wang Yi snorted coldly. Melt. Under this sound, hundreds of red light spots on Jin Yiyu's body burst into flames at the same time, covering the whole body. Under the power of the dragon fire, the Emperor Bone Jade liquid on his body melted into his body at an extremely fast speed. All the pain I experienced just now is gone. After the Emperor Bone Jade liquid entered Jin Yu's body, it tempered her body, making Jade Bone Saint body stronger and stronger. At this time, her painful expression had disappeared. Finally able to concentrate to absorb the Emperor Bone Jade liquid in his body. Zhang Rushui was taken aback when she saw this scene. Emperor Bone Jade liquid, such a tyrannical power, can it be absorbed so easily? What kind of ability does Saint Lord use? Even if you haven't used it, you know that this liquid must be extremely difficult to absorb, causing great pain in the body. Moreover, the Saint Lord did not know how to use the Emperor Bone Jade liquid to activate a stronger force. In this case, fusing the Emperor Bone Jade liquid must be a very tortuous process. Just after Saint Lord cast Cultivation Technique, just a few balls of dragon fire helped Jin Yiyu absorb it all. Zhang Rushui looked at Wang Yi with horror in her eyes. Saint Lord's Cultivation Technique is so powerful. Not only can a precious spiritual fluid be brought to the extreme, but it can also help people absorb it quickly. Wang Yi's finger is a little bit on the ice of 10,000 year. A burst of extreme ice power flew out from the 10,000-year ice and merged into Jin Yiyu's body. Jin Yiyu absorbed the power of the ice and gradually fused it with the power of the Emperor Bone Jade liquid to temper her body together. Absorbed the power of ice for a while. The skin of her body turned a dark red, as if frostbitten. Wang Yi quickly released a burst of dragon fire, enveloping Jin Yiyu's body completely. Under the power of the dragon fire, the power of the ice was quickly absorbed. The color of the skin is also restored to the white color. Seeing this scene, Wang Yi continued to control the 10,000-year ice, and more extreme cold power emerged and merged into Jin Yiyu's body. In this way, while controlling the power of extreme cold, she released the dragon fire to help Jin Yu quickly absorb it. Since Wang Yi controls the Tuina Emperor Gong, there is an extremely strong absorption method, so the speed of absorbing the 10,000-year ice is very fast. That is to say, within 5 hours, the strength in Jin Yiyu's body had already reached an extreme state. Seeing this, Wang Yi stopped his movements, and said earnestly, "Concentrate all your strength and prepare for breakthrough." Jin Yu clenched her teeth, controlling all the Emperor Bone Jade liquid in her body, as well as the power of extreme cold, and rushed towards the barrier suddenly. Click! An inaudible sound resounded in the body, as if a certain shackle had been opened. Jin Yiyu's body exuded an extremely cold force, and her body flew towards the sky. Ah! Jin Yiyu raised her head to the sky and roared. The body is like a bottomless pit, suddenly releasing a suction force. Waves of pale blue extreme cold power came from all directions and fused towards Jin Yiyu's body. Even the falling 10,000-year ice released a blue cold current, which melted into Jin Yiyu's body. The more extreme cold power absorbed, the fairer Jin Yiyu's skin became. After nearly half an hour, the absorption stopped. At this time, she had an extra air of coldness and arrogance. The Snow Queen, who came from the iceberg, is indifferent to the mortal things in the world. Extreme Ice Emperor Body. It's finally done. Wang Yi nodded in relief. It took a lot of effort to help Jin Yiyu break through the constitution this time. Seeing this scene, Zhang Rushui was also envious. What a blessing to have such a fine Saint Lord. How difficult it is to break through the imperial body, it requires various uncommon resources. Some Saint Lords are not willing to give these resources to their disciples at all, but keep them for themselves, or in exchange for some opportunities that are useful to them. There are really too few who are willing to use it for disciples. At this time, she was also grateful to be able to join the heavenly holy land of absolute beginning. I am also fantasizing in my heart, will I get some opportunities after joining the Holy Land? Jin Yiyu knelt down in front of Wang Yi and kowtowed 9 times. Thank you Saint Lord for cultivation. If there is no Saint Lord, there will be no chance to be promoted to the imperial body in this life. Yi swears that she will only serve the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning in this life, and she has no other intentions. At this time, she has completely surrendered to Wang Yi's feet. Get up. Wang Yi nodded slightly. I am also very happy to see that you can have the Emperor body. At this moment, a reminder sounded in Wang Yi's mind. Ding! Your disciple Jin Yiyu, Jade Bone Saint body has received a reward for being promoted to the Extreme Ice Emperor body, Divine Sect Emperor rank large gift bag. Wang Yi opened the gift bag directly. Ding! Open the large gift bag, and you will get a reward, Ancient Extreme Ice Tire. Ancient, Extreme Ice Tires. Wang Yi's pupils suddenly shrank when he heard this reward. In his consciousness, everything with the word, ancient, is not ordinary. Consciousness entered the system world, and there was an extra zongshu long, icy thing in the shape of a silkworm cocoon in the open space. Waves of extremely cold air were released from the silkworm cocoons, as if even human consciousness could be frozen. Ancient extremely ice embryos, those who have ice-cold emperor bodies, enter the extremely ice embryos, and can give birth to ancient emperor bodies. When integrating, the imperial body must be in the apex state, otherwise it will not be able to withstand the icy power in it, in death. Wang Yi's pupils shrank sharply, staring at the extremely ice tire. Heaven, it is a treasure that can give birth to an ancient emperor's body. With it, Holy Land of Absolute Beginning will finally welcome an inner disciple. That's right, in the Primordial Divine Sect's requirements, only after reaching the ancient emperor body can the aptitude be entered into the inner sect. In ancient times, the spiritual chi was strong, and there were far more talented people born than now. There are countless powerful people in the world, and it is easier than now to become the Great Emperor. The ancient emperor's body is a treasure bestowed by God to mankind. Later, after a long period of reproduction of the ancient emperor body, the power of bloodline became weaker and weaker, and it became the emperor body. Then there is the royal body, the royal body. It can be said that the ancient emperor body is the originator of all cultivation worlds. Any constitution is the evolution of the ancient imperial body. Only after possessing the ancient emperor body can one truly step into the threshold of cultivation. There was anticipation in Wang Yi's eyes. After merging with the ancient extremely ice emperor fetus, you will have the ancient emperor body. This kind of talent will be invincible in Qianlong continent. Unfortunately, my constitution can't integrate this ancient extreme ice emperor body. Now that he has the 8 desolation emperor body, he is more suitable to take the road of body refining. The more advanced the disciple's aptitude is, the better the gift package will be. If you help Jin Yiyu to be promoted to the ancient emperor body, the rewards you will get will definitely be more advanced than this. With the system in place, what you pay will be rewarded more generously. Chapter 82 Promotion. After Jin Yiyu's Extreme Ice Emperor body is promoted to Apex, she will be able to use this Extreme Ice Emperor body. With Wang Yi's help, it shouldn't be too difficult to advance to the Extreme Ice Emperor Apex. Next, Wang Yi put away the piece of 10,000-year ice, walked around the extreme cold forbidden area again, and left here. Let's go. Stand firm, Wang whispered, and flew towards the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning with a few people. Zhang Rushui only felt that the scene in front of her was blurry. The front became a vast expanse of whiteness, and nothing could be seen clearly. Ah, it's a terrifying speed. With my eyesight, I can't see the scene in front of me clearly. Dragon King also looked forward. It possesses the strength of the 9th level, its eyesight is also extremely strong, and its own flying speed is very fast. Under Wang Yi's rapid flight, the scene in front of him was all blurred, and he couldn't see clearly what was below. Dragon King couldn't help but exclaimed. What kind of strength does Saint Lord have? Even with my eyesight, I can't see the scenery below clearly, this speed is too fast. If the Saint Lord is only 2 ranks higher than it, its flying speed should not be too much higher than its own, and it can see clearly with its eyesight. It was time for a cup of tea, and several people flew back to the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning and landed in front of the mountain gate. Dragon King looked around. Is this the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning? The place where I will live in the future? After leaving Dragon Valley, I felt very uncomfortable. Fortunately, the spiritual chi in Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is relatively strong, 10 times that of the outside world. Life is a little more comfortable here. Hey, it's a pity. My Dragon Valley will never go back. I still feel that life is more comfortable in Dragon Valley. There is the dragon spirit gathered by the dragon clan, and the long-term life is in it, which can slowly increase its own bloodline. Saint Lord, I'm going to continue guarding the gate. Jin Yiyu walked towards the stone tablet at the mountain gate, ready to continue the own task. Wait a minute. Wang Yi raised his hand to stop the opponent. Now that you have been promoted to disciple body qualification, you can be promoted to be an Outer Sect disciple. Thinking that you have been in the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning for a few months, you have been diligent, and you have not made any mistakes. This deity promoted you as an Outer Sect disciple. After Jin Yiyu heard the news, a bright smile appeared on her face. Quickly knelt on the ground and kowtowed 3 times to Wang Yi. Thank you Saint Lord for the promotion. Yiyu swears that when she becomes an Outer Sect disciple in the future, she will practice diligently and live up to the kindness of Saint Lord. Wang Yi nodded. There are still a few months until the youth competition. You must perform well and win the leader position for this deity. At this moment, he was still thinking about that extreme Dao Emperor weapon. Jin Yiyu said firmly, Saint Lord, don't worry, this disciple will definitely fight for you to be the leader. Let the reputation of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning be fully established in Hangzhou. But, Jin Yiyu paused slightly, and looked towards the mountain gate. If I become an Outer Sect disciple, who should come to see this mountain gate? Wang Yi said softly, currently there are no handyman disciples in the sect, so there is no need to guard the gate. During this period, Xiaobing will continue to guard the mountain gate. Dragon King's Dragon King rolled his eyes. It is the Dragon King of the Ice Dragon clan. You are a king, possessing the blood of the Ice Emperor Dragon. It's a bit embarrassing to say that he was reduced to guarding the gate of the Holy Land. However, thinking this way in my heart, I didn't dare to violate it in the slightest. Obey. I will take good care of this mountain gate in the future, please rest assured Saint Lord. Wang Yi nodded. Seeing that Dragon King was still obedient, he brought up another matter. You don't have to watch the door here every day, as long as your consciousness covers the outer 10 miles of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, and someone comes here, you can come here immediately, that's all. He has the Primordial Divine Sect system, which can cover 100 miles outside the Holy Land. No wind and grass can escape his eyes. It's just that, sometimes when practicing, one cannot take into account the location of the mountain gate. So there needs to be a gatekeeper here. Now that the Dragon King is here, just entrust this arduous task to it. And with Dragon King's strength, no one can break into the Holy Land. It is also much safer than Jin Yiyu's gatekeeper. In the future, if the servant disciples are recruited, they will be guarded at the mountain gate every day. Dragon King was delighted when he heard this. Thank you Saint Lord, I will keep an eye on this place all the time, and any troubles can't escape my eyes. Just consciousness guards here, it's very easy for it. The sensing ability of the Dragon Clan is extremely strong, as long as you pay attention to it a little. Wang Yi looked towards Dragon King. Xiaobing, I will arrange a place for you later. Now I want to take Zhang Rushui as my apprentice first. Yeah. Dragon King nodded. Didn't have much expectations for this. Saint Lord said that to find a place to live, it is estimated that he would find a random mountain to use as his own mansion. There won't be any good places for myself to use. And for it, the most precious cave is the Dragon Valley, a place with dragon energy. Swipe swipe. The sound of brooms touching sand and stones sounded in the clearing. A tall and straight boy was holding a big broom taller than himself, sweeping the sand and dead leaves on the ground. This is what Qin Feiyu does every day. Qin Feiyu felt a tyrannical aura ahead, so he walked over. Meet the Saint Lord. His gaze swept across the crowd, and he saw a beautiful woman in white with black hair. The eyes couldn't help but look a few more times at that beautiful face. My God, this sister is so beautiful. Then, he looked away with difficulty. No, the Saint Lord said that female S*X will only affect the speed at which I draw my sword. Don't be addicted to it. Thinking of this, Qin Feiyu's restless heart finally calmed down. Wang Yi looked at Qin Feiyu and nodded slightly. That's right, your strength has improved quite quickly recently, but I don't know how much your swordsmanship has improved. Come to the Hall of Absolute Beginning later, the deity will check your sword technique. Of order. Qin Feiyu was very nervous when he heard this. It's like a child who is about to hand in an exam paper, and he doesn't know whether his own performance will be recognized by Saint Lord. Wang Yi looked at Zhang Rushui who was beside him. Feiyu, this is Zhang Rushui, and she will be your senior sister from now on. Zhang Rushui just came to Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. If there is something you don't understand, you can introduce it to her. Meet senior sister. Qin Feiyu lowered his head, not daring to look at the beautiful woman at all. Wang Yi pointed to the Dragon King, which was about 3 feet long beside him. Feiyu, this is Hanbing Dragon King, who will be responsible for guarding the mountain gate from now on. If you encounter a strong enemy while cleaning the mountain gate, you can ask him for help. Chapter 83 Ancient Hualong Pond. Dragon King. Qin Feiyu's eyes widened when he heard the word Dragon King, and the broom in his hand fell to the ground. Among the Dragon clan, only those who are extremely powerful can be called Dragon King. Doesn't it mean that this Dragon King must have the strength of the 7th or 8th level? In his consciousness, the 7th or 8th level Dragon clan is already an extremely terrifying existence. Guessing further, I dare not imagine it at all. Dragon King looked towards Qin Feiyu and nodded slightly. Young man, your kendo talent is very good, and you will definitely become a strong swordsman in the future. Remember to come to my place to clean more often. I see that if you are diligent, the king may give pointers to sword technique. Ice Dragon King is proud by nature, cleaning his own residence, he will definitely not be ashamed to do it. So I wanted to build a good relationship with this Qin Feiyu and let him help me clean the house and do some chores. Qin Feiyu smiled foolishly. Thank you, Dragon King Senior. If you need anything in the future, just mention it. I will definitely help you clean your place. Dragon King smiled and nodded the tap. Young man, you are very promising. Although this king doesn't know too much about swordsmanship, but I can give you some pointers, so the problem is not too big. Thank you, Dragon King Senior. Qin Feiyan smiled naively again. Where does the senior live? Just let me know when the time comes. In his opinion, anyone who joins the Holy Land is an own senior. It is also necessary to help them clean up by themselves, and do some chores in the residence. Seeing this scene, Wang Yi didn't make a sound to stop it. If Dragon King wants to get along well with these disciples, there will definitely be some bumps and bumps. After more contact, the relationship will naturally be better. This Qin Feiyu is kind by nature. It will definitely help Dragon King do something, and it doesn't make sense for him to stop it now. As long as it doesn't affect the practice of swordsmanship. Alright, Zhang Rushui will follow me to the Hall of Absolute Beginning. Saying that, Wang Yi brought Dragon King and Zhang Rushui to the location of the Hall of Absolute Beginning. He brought Zhang Rushui into the ancestral hall, bowed 3 times and bowed 9 times, and formally accepted him as a disciple. Wang Yi said with a smile, Zhang Rushui, you have the blood of the extreme Ice Dragon Emperor. After joining the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, you can become an Outer Sect disciple. Zhang Rushui was taken aback. My aptitude can only be an Outer Sect disciple. She did not expect that in the place of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, the requirements for disciples are so strict that even the imperial body can only be reduced to the Outer Sect. How strong should the qualifications of the inner discipline be? It's unimaginable. Obey. Zhang Rushui didn't say anything else, but chose to obey Wang Yi's arrangement. She knew that Wang Yi was extremely powerful. With such behavior and arrangements, there must be own thoughts. As long as he can join the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, even if he becomes an Outer Sect disciple, he will be satisfied. Just after accepting apprentices, a reminder sounded in Wang Yi's mind. Ding! You have accepted Zhang Rushui as an Outer Sect disciple, your qualifications meet the requirements of initiation, and you will be rewarded. Shenlong Large Gift Bag. Open. Ding! You open the Shenlong Large Gift Bag and get a reward, Ancient Dragon Transformation Pond. A bottle of Dailong Blood Essence. Consciousness enters the system world. In the open space, there is a pond with a diameter of 100 feet, and dragon energy rises from it. Ancient Dragon Transformation Pond, infused with dragon blood, can help dragon bloodliners to quickly increase the power of bloodline. Question mark. Incorporated dragon blood, the effect is increased by 10 times. When promoting, the promotion of bloodline will be extremely stable, and there will be no unstable foundation and qi deviation. Wang Yi's eyes lit up. This Hualongqi is a good thing. The effect of dragon blood can be increased by 10 times. It's definitely a powerful effect. The dragon clan is uncommon, and it is very difficult to obtain dragon blood. With the dragon transformation pond, the blood of one dragon can be used as 10. Greatly increased the utilization rate of dragon blood. Especially that uncommon's blood essence, every drop is extremely precious. Using the ancient Huolongqi can also increase the effect by 10 times. I believe that with this ancient Huolongqi, Zhang Rushui's bloodline will be promoted very quickly. With a casual move, he brought the jade bottle, opened the red wooden cork, and a tyrannical dragon's breath spewed out from the mouth of the bottle. Dragon Qi formed the shadow of an emperor dragon in the sky, roaring upwards. The terrifying Longwei made Wang Yi feel palpitations. This is Dailong's bloodline coercion. It's really strong. He is only a first-tier heavyweight right now. If he encounters a 14th rank emperor dragon, it will be extremely difficult to deal with it. Maybe even lose. In the same rank, the strength of the dragon clan has an absolute advantage. There are a total of 100 drops of Dailong blood essence in the jade bottle. If it is absorbed by Huolongqi, it is equivalent to 1,000 drops, which can exert a great effect. Consciousness returns to reality. Zhang Rushui, according to the rules of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, all Outer Sect disciples who join can get 2 chances. The blood of the dragon clan is yours. Wang Yi took out 10 jade bottles from the space and threw them all to Zhang Rushui. After Zhang Rushui took the jade bottle, she opened one of the bottle caps and looked inside. A bright smile immediately appeared on his face. Inside the jade bottle is a storage space. Holds liquid the size of a small lake. The entire jade bottle is full of ice dragon blood. Open the caps of the other bottles, which are also full of dragon blood. Thank you Saint Lord for the gift. These ice dragon bloods are very beneficial for cultivating cultivation technique, and they are the most needed thing now. Unexpectedly, when he first came to the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning and became an Outer Sect disciple, he would get such a rich opportunity. Dragon blood is an extremely precious thing. The blood of the ice dragon, the weaker ones are imperial rank. The value of 10 bottles of such precious is incalculable. Wang Yi waved his hand casually. 10 bottles of dragon blood are nothing more than that. Kill those ice dragons and collect all the blood. There are 20 jade bottles in full, and these 10 jade bottles are only half of them. Given Zhang Rushui, the opportunity to do initiation is not bad. There is Huolong Pond, which is equivalent to 100 bottles of dragon blood, which is enough. Another opportunity is the inheritance of the Dragon Emperor. You can get it later in the Inheritance Hall. Inheritance of the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor. Zhang Rushui's eyes widened upon hearing this. The Temple of Absolute Beginning still has the inheritance of the Dragon Emperor. The Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor is a type of Dragon Emperor bloodline, one level stronger than the Frost Dragon, and it is extremely powerful when cultivated to the late stage. Although the Dragon Emperor bloodline was awakened, there was no chance to obtain the Dragon Emperor's inheritance. Wang Yi nodded slightly. Before opening the gift package, you can get the Divine Beast Heritage Hall, in which you can get various inheritance cultivation techniques. Humans own the bloodline of the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor, and they can also get inheritance. Wang Yi placed the Emperor Dragon Valley behind the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. The distance is not too far away. The valley is surrounded by hundreds of feet-high mountains, and there is only a blank entrance at the main entrance. You can enter the Dragon Valley from here. After the Dragon Valley was set up, the dragon energy was hidden inside the valley and did not spread out. Arrange the Divine Beast Inheritance Hall next to Dragon Valley, so that Dragon King can take care of it in the future. Chapter 84 Emperor Dragon Valley. Wang Yi looked towards the Ice Dragon King. Now I'll take you to your residence. Ice Dragon King nodded. Saint Lord, find me a random mountain, as long as I can live there. In this regard, there is no big request. Wang Yi smiled lightly. I have arranged the accommodation, come with me. As he spoke, he flew the Dragon King towards the back of the Holy Land. When Dragon King was flying, he felt a tyrannical dragon breath in front of him. These breaths are very subtle. If there is nothing, even with its strength, it is difficult to feel them. Why is there a dragon breath here? Dragon King had some doubts in his heart. Soon, Wang Yi brought Zhang Rushui and Dragon King to the Emperor Dragon Valley. Dragon King was in the sky, and when he saw the Dragon Valley below, his pupils shrank suddenly. The dragon breath comes from here. Why is there Dragon Valley in Holy Land of Absolute Beginning? Could it be that before the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, there was a vassal force of the Dragon Clan, who established the Dragon Valley here? Under normal circumstances, it is very rare for dragon forces willing to vassalize humans. If there is, the strength of those dragons will not be too strong, and the 5th and 6th ranks are almost the limit. The mighty dragons disdain to associate with humans. Wang Yi pointed to the Dragon Valley below and said, "Xiaobing, this will be your residence from now on." Dragon King nodded slightly. It is already very good to have a Dragon Valley to live in. The dragon breath in it can make one's strength improve faster. Said, 2 people and 1 dragon, close to the range of Dragon Valley. With a wave of Wang Yi's hand, a gap opened in the barrier outside Dragon Valley. A strong dragon breath turned into a mighty dragon and rushed towards several people. Dragon King felt a wave of extreme dragon coercion. He was so frightened that he prostrated himself on the ground and kowtowed to the phantom of the Dragon Clan. Zhang Rushui's face was also pale, and her body was like a puddle of mud, falling to the ground. With a light wave of Wang Yi's palm, the giant dragon rushing towards him disappeared. "What a terrifying dragon breath!" Dragon King exclaimed. "This is the absolute coercion from Bloodline. The bloodline owned by the Dragon King is low-level Emperor blood. And the phantom just now is Apex Emperor blood. The difference between the two is huge. Why is there such a terrifying dragon breath here? Could it be possible?" Dragon King stared blankly at the Dragon Valley in front of him. Is this the Emperor Dragon Valley in Legendary? Oh my god. How did Emperor Dragon Valley appear here? Could it be that I misunderstood it? At this moment, Dragon King was completely frightened. The conditions for the formation of Emperor Dragon Valley are extremely harsh. There must be a Dragon Emperor of the 14th rank, which is equivalent to the strength of the Great Emperor, sitting in charge, and the dragon energy gathered in 1,000 years can make Dragon Valley be promoted to Emperor rank. 14th rank Dragon Emperor, the strength is too terrifying. And this Dragon Emperor must be in charge for 1,000-year time. If there is a year in which the Dragon Emperor is not in the valley, the dragon energy formed will collapse. Before, even if you condensed 900 years, it would be in vain. There used to be a Dragon Emperor living here. That is the Great Emperor of the Dragon Clan, and his strength is too terrifying. Dragon King looked at Wang Yi, his expression became very excited. Can I live in this Emperor Dragon Valley? Wang Yi nodded slightly. Of course, this Emperor Dragon Valley is in the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, and it would be a waste of resources to live without dragons. Since you have been subdued, you will live here from now on. Very good. Dragon King roared excitedly. When I first came to the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, I had no illusions about my own residence. I think it is not bad to live on a mountain top. He never imagined that he would have a Dragon Valley to live in, and this Dragon Valley is still Emperor rank. Dragons live in the Dragon Valley of Emperor rank, which has great benefits. Bloodline can grow slowly under the breath of the dragon. When practicing the Dragon Cultivation Technique, you can get the help of the Emperor Dragon Qi, and the speed will be faster. The same goes for incorporating spiritual Qi. The combination of spiritual Qi and Emperor Dragon's Qi can make one's own strength grow rapidly. Zhang Rushui did not expect that there would be such a terrifying place in Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Could it be that a Dragon Emperor lived here before? She didn't know what the history of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning was like, but since this power was called the Holy Land, it must have had a glorious history. Maybe a Dragon Emperor really lived here, sitting here for 1,000 years. Zhang Rushui looked towards Longu. Looking at the rising dragon energy, his eyes were full of anticipation. If you can practice here, you can also use those dragon energy to improve your strength faster. Cultivation technique also has great benefits. Thinking of this, Zhang Rushui looked at Wang Yi. Saint Lord, I wonder if I can practice here. Wang Yi nodded slightly. This deity brought you here for exactly this purpose. There is only one dragon clan cultivating in this Dragon Valley, which is really a bit of a waste. Rushui, if you want to cultivate the Dragon Cultivation Technique, or improve your own bloodline, you can come to Emperor Dragon Valley. Thank you Saint Lord for the gift. Zhang Rushui had a bright smile on her face, her big eyes were crescent-shaped, and the blooming flowers beside her were overshadowed by her beauty. It's so exciting. When I came to Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, I encountered such a good opportunity. To be able to cultivate in the Emperor Dragon Valley was something I never even dared to imagine in my dreams. The aura of the Emperor Dragon here is of great benefit to the growth of her bloodline, and the speed of practicing the cultivation technique inherited from the Dragon clan will be many times faster. Wait, Dragon King suddenly thought of a very important matter, his eyes widened. Saint Lord, is it possible that the Dragon Emperor is still living in this Dragon Valley? If the Dragon Emperor leaves and the Emperor Dragon Valley is formed, the Dragon Chi can condense for 1,000 years without dissipating. If that Dragon Emperor stays in Dragon Valley for a long time, this time can continue indefinitely. Wang Yi shook his head, and said softly, the Dragon Emperor is gone, but there is another thing in the Dragon Valley, which can gather the energy of the Emperor Dragon for many years. Follow me. Dragon King can't imagine anything that has such a miraculous effect. Emperor Dragon Valley is very spacious, and it is not a big problem to accommodate hundreds of dragons. In the very center of the Dragon Valley, there is a 1,000-foot-long dragon corpse. When Dragon King saw the dragon corpse, he was so frightened that he collapsed on the ground, unable to even move his legs. Dragon Emperor. This is Dragon Emperor. As soon as I entered Emperor Dragon Valley, I saw the Dragon Emperor in Legendary. Pointing to the corpse in front of him, Wang Yi said, it's dead, it's just a skeleton. However, there is still a dragon breath emanating from it. As long as the dragon corpse's dragon energy doesn't dissipate, this Dragon Valley can always maintain the Emperor rank. Emperor Dragon Corpse. Dragon King was shocked from ear to ear when he heard the news. Chapter 85 Emperor Dragon Corpse. From a distance, Dailong's body seemed to be alive, with the scales on his body intact. She didn't seem to be injured at all, as if she was lying there sleeping. Unexpectedly, it was already dead. At this moment, Dragon King still had a question in his mind. Who killed this Dailong? Why is the body left here intact? Will there be an extremely tragic battle? None of this is known. Saint Lord, there is the skeleton of the Dragon Emperor, its pressure is too great, I just find a corner to live on the edge. Well, you decide for yourself. Wang Yi nodded, I will give you the token of absolute beginning, which can open the barrier outside Dragon Valley, and only you can enter. Saying this, throw a token to the Dragon King. Zhang Rushui knows that Emperor Dragon Valley is a very uncommon place for cultivation. If one cultivates Dragon Cultivation Technique here, the speed can be increased by 100 times, much faster than the outside world. I believe that after practicing here for a year and a half, own strength will improve qualitatively. Parents' blood feud can also be avenged as soon as possible. After arranging the dormitory, Wang Yi took Zhang Rushui and Dragon King to the nearby inheritance hall. A magnificent great hall can be seen from a distance. Lying there like a divine beast, it gives people an extreme sense of shock. On the walls around the great hall, there are statues of mythical beasts carved. Every divine beast, as if alive, released a tyrannical coercion. After Dragon King approached the inheritance hall, he saw a golden dragon carved on the wall. Well, this golden dragon looks so lifelike, who carved it? The aura of the dragon clan is so terrifying. Consciousness probed towards Jinlong. At this time, it seems to have entered a special world. In the extremely vast world, there is a golden dragon soaring recklessly above the sky. Jinlong lowered his head and glared at Dragon King on the ground. The frightened Dragon King trembled and collapsed on the ground. Dragon Emperor. This golden dragon is also a Dragon Emperor. What a terrifying dragon breath. Only then did Dragon King discover that nothing in Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is simple. Dragon Valley is Emperor rank. Inside is an Emperor rank dragon corpse. After entering, I collapsed twice. This inheritance hall is even more frightening, and all the sculptures around it are divine beasts. Every divine beast can release extremely terrifying coercion, which makes people tremble as if they are alive. Saint Lord, what is this great hall? Dragon King asked suspiciously. Wang Yi explained, this is the Divine Beast Heritage Hall, where you can obtain the Emperor Dragon's inheritance related to bloodline. It is relatively simple to obtain inheritance in the Hall of Inheritance. As long as the bloodline meets the requirements, you can get an opportunity. This is incomparable to many inheritance halls. Oh my god. Dragon King's pupils shrank suddenly, and the dragon's beard trembled up and down, I'm inside, and I can get the inheritance of the Emperor Dragon. It also has some inherited cultivation techniques, which were obtained when bloodline awakened, but the rank is not too high. Sometimes, because the bloodline is not complete, there will be some missing parts in the awakened inheritance memory. Dragon King has a total of 3 inheritance cultivation techniques, and he used all of them when he was in Ice Dragon Valley. The first one is Shenlong Wagging Tail, which is the inheritance of imperial rank. The second one is Dragon Ice Purgatory, which is also the inheritance of imperial rank. The strongest is the Ice Emperor Dragon Formation, which confused dragon bodies of the same race to increase its own strength. It is the lower rank of Emperor rank. Now, the Frost Dragon Valley is destroyed, and all the Frost Dragons are dead. This Frost Emperor Dragon Formation is like an empty shell and cannot be used. Dragon King's strength is greatly weakened. Now, with the opportunity to obtain the Emperor rank inheritance, how can the Dragon King not be excited? Saint Lord, can I go in and get the inheritance? Dragon King said a little excitedly, his voice trembling. Okay. Wang Yi subdued Dragon King, and he will be his own younger brother from now on. After the strength is improved, doesn't it mean that the own strength has also improved? Great! Dragon King roared excitedly. It never imagined that just after joining the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, it would be able to obtain such a rich opportunity. It seems that the original decision was not wrong. Maybe, joining Holy Land of Absolute Beginning will be its good fortune. Emperor rank inheritance. Zhang Rushui's beautiful eyes lit up instantly, and her heart was beating wildly in a plop, plop. Her blood of the extreme ice dragon Emperor was not pure. When she awakened, she only obtained the inheritance of imperial rank, not the inheritance of emperor rank. The reason why she went to the forbidden land of extreme cold and asked the people from the blue ice holy land to help her kill the ice dragon was precisely because she wanted to use the blood of the ice dragon to enhance the power of her own bloodline. At that time, there will be a chance to make the bloodline more pure, and obtain the inheritance of the emperor dragon from it. With the inheritance of the Emperor Dragon, it will be easier to take revenge in the future. Otherwise, with only the imperial rank inheritance, there is no way to deal with the ancient Huang family. Saint Lord, the chance you gave me just now is in this divine beast inheritance palace. Zhang Rushui asked cautiously. Yes. Wang Yi nodded, that's right, another opportunity is the inheritance of Emperor rank. Oh my god. That's great. Zhang Rushui's beautiful eyes were full of excitement, her big eyes were bent into crescents, and her fair cheeks were very beautiful. I never imagined that when I just joined Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, I would get such a rich opportunity. Wang said with a smile on his face, okay, Rushui, now you can enter the Hall of Inheritance and get the inheritance. The improvement of the disciple's strength is equivalent to the improvement of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning's strength. Thank you Saint Lord for the gift. Zhang Rushui knelt down and kowtowed 3 times, then walked towards the Hall of Inheritance. Buckle the token in your hand on the groove in the middle of the stone door, the heavy door slides to the sides, and a terrifying aura of the Emperor Beast rushes towards you. Ah! Zhang Rushui quickly stepped back 7 or 8 steps, almost tripping over her own ankle and falling to the ground. The Hall of Inheritance is too scary. Fortunately, after the imperial air rushed out, it dissipated. Otherwise, Zhang Rushui really didn't dare to go in. After entering the Hall of Inheritance, there is a spacious long corridor in front of you, with no end in sight. On the left and right sides of the promenade, there are branch halls, and on the heavy gates, lifelike beasts are carved. Zhang Rushui looked to the left. On the first gate, a phoenix was engraved. This is the Palace of Phoenix Inheritance. Even this kind of inheritance. She thought that there was only one inheritance of the dragon clan in the inheritance hall, and the rest of the beasts did not. Who would have thought that even Uncommon's phoenix heritage could be found here? Looking to the right, a burly black tortoise is carved on the heavy gate. Black tortoise inheritance. It's also very uncommon. As soon as she entered the Hall of Inheritance, she saw 2 kinds of uncommon inheritance, which was an eye-opener for Zhang Rushui. After walking 30 feet forward, 2 gates appeared again on the left and right sides. Qilin is on the left and Pixiu is on the right. There are already 4. There seems to be a lot ahead. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 86, Divine Beast Inheritance Palace. Zhang Rushui became more and more frightened as she walked forward. On the left and right sides, there are various inheritances of divine beasts, and none of them are repeated. 50. 200 kinds. 300 kinds. Oh my god. After walking for a long time, before reaching the end, I have seen 300 kinds of divine beast inheritance. The promenade ahead still has no end in sight. How many inheritances are there? The foundation of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is too strong, right? The inheritance of Emperor rank is an extremely precious treasure. Each one is extremely uncommon, and it is not an exaggeration to say that it is hard to find in the world. Shangna Ice Dragon King is already at the 9th level, and the inheritance hall of the Ice Dragon clan has not been found yet. And in this Divine Beast Inheritance Hall, there are various uncommon inheritances. If this is spread, those people will definitely be envious. This inheritance hall alone is the treasure of the bloodline cultivator. Zhang Rushui said with emotion. Walking here, I finally saw the portrait of the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor on the gate on the left. It's here. Zhang Rushui put one hand on the gate. Jibinglongdidian felt the power of her bloodline, and the gate opened to the inside. Before entering the Hall of Inheritance, I was still a little apprehensive. I don't know how difficult it is to obtain this inheritance. With my strength, it should be difficult to pass the challenge. Under normal circumstances, the inheritance of the Dragon Emperor will have great challenges. If you fail to pass the challenge, you will not be able to obtain a powerful inheritance. Likely to come away empty-handed. Zhang Rushui's current strength is too weak, only God Transformation Realm. Wouldn't it be a waste of Saint Lord's chance to fail the challenge? Thinking of this, she clenched her fists tightly, with a firm light shining in her eyes. Entering the inheritance palace of the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor this time, we must do our best to obtain an inheritance. As for the grade of inheritance, I dare not imagine it at all. As long as there is a low-rank Emperor rank inheritance, one can be satisfied. Wow! The white light drowned the delicate figure. Zhang Rushui appeared on the empty round platform, and the surrounding sky was pitch black. A deep blue dragon, soaring in the sky. Zhang Rushui didn't dare to take a breath for the suppressed dragon breath that came out at will. This is the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor. What a terrible breath. The Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor floated above the round platform and looked towards the woman below. Human, you have the blood of the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor flowing in your body, but the bloodline is weak, so it is difficult to bring out the true advantages of the Extreme Ice Dragon clan. Zhang Rushui's heart skipped a beat, and she said inwardly. Ji Binglongdi's words obviously looked down on her bloodline, and felt that it was too weak. It will be very difficult to obtain the inheritance of the low-rank Dragon Emperor later. Maybe, the only option is to get the Imperial rank inheritance. In the Inheritance Hall, the highest is the inheritance of Emperor rank, and there will be some inheritance of Imperial rank. Which one you can get depends on your own bloodline potential and strength. Obviously, Zhang Rushui has no advantage in these 2 points. Dragon Emperor Senior, my bloodline power is weak now, I will improve it in the future. Excuse me, what is your challenge? Zhang Rushui asked with her snow-white neck raised. Challenge. Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor Blue's beard trembled up and down, you don't need to challenge. Ah! Zhang Rushui almost cried. Could it be that own bloodline was too weak, so he was coaxed back without being favored by the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor? Dragon Emperor Senior, please give me a chance. Zhang Rushui begged bitterly, even if it is Imperial rank inheritance, it's okay. Inheritance of Imperial rank, hee. Jibing Longdi smiled faintly, there is no inheritance of Imperial rank at all here in this Emperor. Ah, I don't even have Imperial rank inheritance. Zhang Rushui was about to cry. It seems that this time, I really have to return empty-handed. How should I explain to the Saint Lord when I leave the Hall of Inheritance? It's a terrible feeling to have a precious opportunity in front of own and not have the strength to get it. Dragon Emperor Senior, I'm leaving. After my strength improves, I will definitely get your approval. Zhang Rushui walked towards the door step by step with heavy steps. Wait a minute. Jibing Longdi was obviously stunned for a moment. If you don't want to inherit the Emperor rank, you are leaving. Ah. Zhang Rushui turned half of her body, pointing her green fingers towards Owen's cheek. Can my bloodline also get the Emperor rank inheritance? This seems somewhat impossible. Of course. The Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor spewed out 2 streams of white icy air from his nostrils, anyone who enters the Palace of Inheritance can obtain the inheritance of Emperor rank. Ah! Zhang Rushui was taken aback suddenly. Can you get it without a test? The Dragon Emperor nodded, and the dragon's beard trembled up and down with the movement. Oh my god! This is too good! Zhang Rushui was so excited that her beautiful eyes burst into dazzling brilliance. He never expected that this inheritance hall would be able to obtain Uncommon's Emperor rank inheritance without even a test. It is 10,000 times better than those inheritance halls outside. No matter what inheritance can be obtained, even if it is the lower rank of Emperor rank, it is extremely precious. The Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor opened his bloody mouth wide, and icy blue light clusters flew out of his belly and floated in the sky. Counting them down, there are thousands of them. Human, you can choose whatever you want. Ah, there are so many inheritances, can you choose at will? Zhang Rushui gulped down her saliva as she looked at the blue light cluster all over the sky. This is the inheritance of thousands of dragon emperors, and each azure blue light group has a terrifying dragon aura. Doesn't it mean that all dragon emperor inheritances can be learned at will? I never imagined that there is such an uncommon thing in the world. Well, choose at will. The Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor Dragon Claw pointed at Qian Guangtuan, and the power of the dragon clan exploded, and the light groups were rearranged into 4 categories. The light clusters at the bottom are the most, with 400 of them. The second layer is slightly less, there are 300. The third floor is 200. The number of the first layer is the rarest, and the dragon breath in the light group is also the strongest. The bottom one is the inheritance of the low-rank Emperor Dragon. At the top is the inheritance of the best Emperor Dragon. Choose at will. Zhang Rushui stared at the hundreds of light clusters at the top, her pupils suddenly contracted. Extreme Dragon Emperor Inheritance. Oh my god. There is actually a top-quality inheritance in the Inheritance Hall. This is an existence that she never dared to imagine in her dreams. In the Inheritance Hall that has been circulated by the outside world, it is not bad to have dozens of inheritances. Most of them are low-rank Dragon Emperor inheritances, and middle-rank ones are rare. In this Inheritance Hall, not only can you obtain inheritance at will, but the number has reached an astonishing 1,000. Even the most uncommon best grade Emperor Dragon inheritance has hundreds of varieties. If you learn one, you will benefit endlessly in this life. Too much. There are so many. Zhang Rushui excitedly looked at each blue light group, not knowing how to choose for a while. Dragon Emperor Senior, which one should I choose? Chapter 87 Extreme Ice Dragon Domain. The resonant voice of the Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor said, choose the Emperor rank inheritance, not to choose the highest rank, but to choose the one that suits you best. The rank is high, but it is not suitable for you. Even if you choose it, it will be difficult to exert the effect. Zhang Rushui nodded in agreement. What the Dragon Emperor Senior said is true, then I will choose the most suitable one. The Extreme Ice Dragon Emperor looked at the charming woman. This emperor thinks that it is most suitable for you to practice this inheritance. What do you think? After finishing speaking, an icy blue light group on the top layer flew in front of Zhang Rushui. Zhang Rushui looked into the light cluster, and her consciousness entered a special world. An extremely powerful dragon emperor, the dragon's body shook, and the tyrannical dragon aura shot up into the sky. The originally clear sky was suddenly clouded. A stream of icy blue raindrops fell from the sky. The air was extremely cold, and the raindrops quickly turned into hexagonal ice crystals. It looked extremely hard, but when it landed on the dragon scale, there was a crisp sound of ding ding ding. Dragon Emperor let out a roar. Extreme Ice Dragon Realm. In the sky, under the terrifying dragon aura, those hexagonal ice crystals continuously gathered and condensed into tiny ice dragons. The number of ice dragons is increasing. 10. 100. Thousands of. As the ice crystals continued to fall from the sky, the ice dragon grew in size. 1 zhong. 10 feet. Beizong. In the blink of an eye, thousands of ice dragons of hundreds of feet circled and danced around the Dragon Emperor. Ho ho. Ho ho. Long Shao shocked the world. Zhang Rushui's face turned pale, she collapsed on the ground in fright, and her consciousness returned to reality. Horrible. It's horrible. Is this the power of the Extreme Ice Dragon Domain? As expected of the best Emperor rank inheritance. The Dragon Emperor was originally a dragon alone, but with this trick to inherit the martial skill, he gained a dragon brother with thousands of heads and hundreds of feet in length. Although these younger brothers are much weaker than the Dragon Emperor in strength, they are absolutely invincible against some forces with a large number of people. What Zhang Rushui wanted was exactly such a set of inheritance. What do you think? Dragon Emperor asked. This inheritance is too strong. Zhang Rushui's eyes lit up, and she said eagerly, can you choose it? Of course. The Dragon Emperor's paw moved forward a little, and the blue light ball flew to Zhang Rushui's forehead. The blue light bloomed, wrapping Zhang Rushui's delicate body, and a large amount of light melted into the brain along the eyebrows. The casting method of the Extreme Ice Dragon domain is integrated with the memory. About an hour later, the light dissipated, and Zhang Rushui completely controlled the inheritance. He looked at the Dragon Emperor gratefully. Thank you, Dragon Emperor Senior. Go back and practice hard, don't embarrass the Extreme Ice Dragon clan. Long Diyu said earnestly. Please rest assured, Senior, I will definitely bring the glory of the Extreme Ice Dragon clan back to the mainland. Zhang Rushui said firmly. Yeah. Dragon Emperor nodded in relief. Go. Farewell. Zhang Rushui left the Hall of Inheritance, returned to the corridor, pinched 2 fingers on her thigh vigorously. A red seal appeared. This is really not a dream. It's all true. Oh my god. I have obtained the ultimate inheritance of Emperor rank. This was something she had never imagined before. When you go back, you must cultivate and inherit the cultivation technique. Zhang Rushui clenched her fists tightly, her eyes shining with determination. Cultivation technique needs to be practiced day after day in order to become stronger and stronger. It may take a long time to cultivate to the kind of power displayed by the Dragon Emperor. Heritage outside Great Hall. Dragon King kept staring at the gate of the Inheritance Hall with his eyes closed. It's been so long, and it hasn't come out yet. At this time, it is also a little impatient, wanting to enter and obtain the inheritance. Unfortunately, only one person can enter the Hall of Inheritance at a time. Wow! The heavy door opened to both sides. A beautiful figure appeared at the door. Dragon King's eyes lit up suddenly. Rushui, seeing the joy on your face, you must have been inherited, right? What inheritance? Emperor rank low. Zhang Rushui smiled mysteriously. You guess again. Guess again. Dragon King stared. Is it higher than Emperor rank low rank? Is that middle rank? The inheritance of the lower rank of Emperor rank is already very uncommon. As the Dragon King, it has only awakened from bloodline once. Not yet. The smile on Zhang Rushui's face was as bright as an orchid. I still have to guess. That's the top grade of Emperor rank. Oh my god. Dragon King gasped. Isn't it too strong? According to its guess, the probability of a bloodline like Zhang Rushui getting an advanced inheritance is not high. The top rank of Emperor rank is definitely the limit. Zhang Rushui finally told the truth. It's the best of Emperor rank. Oh my god. Dragon King was completely frightened. Emperor, the best inheritance of Emperor rank. Isn't this too strong? If the Dragon clan wants to obtain high rank inheritance, in addition to bloodline, they also need tyrannical strength. The 12th and 13th steps will be easier. But for Zhang Rushui in front of him, only the God Transformation Realm can obtain the ultimate inheritance of Emperor rank. Dragon King looked at the inheritance hall with fiery eyes. What kind of inheritance hall is this? Even the best inheritance of Emperor rank can be easily obtained. Terrible. At this time, he finally knew that Wang Yi had all kinds of powerful opportunities in his hands. In the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, everything is not simple. Joining the Holy Land, even as a servant, is much stronger than life in the Ice Dragon Valley. Strength and inheritance are what every dragon clan is looking for. What is the inheritance of Emperor rank? Can you tell me? Zhang Rushui looked at Dragon King and nodded slightly. Dragon King has been subdued by the Saint Lord, and will be his own from now on. There is no need to hide anything. If it is an outsider, it will definitely not be revealed. Extreme Ice Dragon Domain. My god. Dragon King's pupils shrank suddenly. This kind of uncommon inheritance also exists in this inheritance Great Hall. In the same ultimate inheritance, there are also uncommon and common. Many dragons, when awakened by bloodline, will receive some common inheritances. Like this Extreme Ice Dragon Realm, thousands of dragons are awakened, and it is not necessarily one. The Dragon Clan is rare, and the probability is even lower if they are scattered. Zhang Rushui looked at Wang Yi with gratitude in her eyes. Thanks to Saint Lord, otherwise I wouldn't be able to obtain such a precious emperor rank inheritance. The Hall of Inheritance exists because of Wang Yi, there is no need for a test here, it must have been arranged by Wang Yi. With so many tyrannical inheritances, you can choose at will, which force can do it. If you can improve your strength, I will be satisfied. Wang Yi responded with a smile. The disciple learns the cultivation technique of Dragon Clan inheritance, and he should be able to get it too. At that time, he will be able to control another powerful martial skill. It's just that there is no dragon blood in the body, so when it is used, its power is not as powerful as that of the Dragon Clan. Chapter 88 9 Meridians of the Dragon Clan. Saint Lord, can I go in? Dragon King said in a trembling voice, his eyes full of anticipation. Of course. Wang Yi nodded, enter the Hall of Inheritance, find your bloodline, and you can get it. Thank you for the reminder. Dragon King disappeared into the Great Hall as soon as he finished speaking. This Xiaobing, too impatient. Wang Yi smiled and shook his head. Rushui, what is the bloodline of your extreme ice dragon emperor? Wang Yi looked at the beautiful woman and asked. Zhang Rushui smiled awkwardly, and said in shame, there is only one vein. One pulse, it's a little weak. Wang Yi paused slightly. Those who own bloodline can use a few veins to describe their strength. For the same dragon blood, one vein is the weakest and 9 veins are the strongest. Continuously improve the bloodline, reach the limit of the 9 veins, and you can be promoted to a stronger level. One line can only be said to have this kind of bloodline, the strength is extremely weak, and it is difficult to give full play to the advantages of bloodline. It is normal to be promoted to above 3 veins. Those with more than 6 veins are extremely strong among the same kind, and it is difficult to find an opponent in the same rank. Wang Yi said earnestly, you have to promote bloodline to 9 meridians as soon as possible, and then hit the ancient emperor's blood. Ancient emperor's blood. Zhang Rushui's clear eyes were startled when she heard this word. This is definitely the most terrifying existence in dragon blood. Among the same ranks, there is an absolute crushing strength. She couldn't even imagine the 6 veins, let alone the ancient emperor's blood. Saint Lord, is the ancient emperor's blood too difficult? Too many treasures need to be consumed. Even breakthrough to Jiamai is extremely difficult. Wang Yi shook his head. What's so difficult about the ancient emperor's blood? Breakthrough 9 meridians is even simpler, as long as there is enough dragon blood. Now, the dragon blood and blood essence he owns are really quite a lot. Cultivating a disciple is not a problem. Breakthrough Jiamai is still simple. Zhang Rushui swallowed heavily. The Saint Lord in front of him became taller and mysterious in his consciousness. Rushui, there is an ancient dragon transformation pond in the Holy Land. If you want to increase the power of bloodline, you can enter it. The effect is very good. Ancient Hualong Pond. Zhang Rushui really knew about this thing in her inheritance memory. This is an ancient god thing. The dragon transformation pond can make the dragon's blood exert a greater effect and integrate it into the body, making bloodline stronger. This ancient Hualongqi, the effect can reach 10 times. 1 drop of dragon blood is equivalent to 10 drops of effect. Unexpectedly, the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning can have such an ancient god. No wonder the Saint Lord said that it is easy to raise the 9 veins. It turns out that there is this ancient Hualongqi. Before, the Saint Lord rewarded her with 10 vials of dragon's blood, each of which was the size of a small pool of water. Almost equivalent to the blood of 10 ice dragons. Using the ancient Hualongqi, the effect is increased tenfold, which is equivalent to the blood of 100 ice dragons. Zhang Rushui thinks that the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is the disciples' paradise. Possesses various treasures. Whoever joins here, even if he becomes an Outer Sect disciple, is extremely lucky. Come with me, let's go to Hualong Pond. Wang Yi walked to the depths of Emperor Dragon Valley, and there was a cave near the rock wall at the rear. Just now Zhang Rushui was only outside the Dragon Valley, and did not find such a hidden cave. With a wave of Wang Yi's wrist, the gold barrier of the cave opened to allow one person to enter. Following the winding caves one after another, you come to a spacious open space. In front of it was a round pond with a depression of 10 feet, with a diameter of about 100 feet. There is a raised pillar in the middle with a round altar on it, which can accommodate one person. This is the ancient Hualong Pond. Zhang Rushui looked at the bottom of the pool, and could see the dark red soil, which contained an extremely terrifying dragon aura. In the future, if you absorb dragon's blood, you can do it here. Wang Yi pointed to the pool below. Pour dragon blood or blood essence into it, sit on the altar in the middle, and you can absorb the power of dragon blood. Thank you Saint Lord for the gift. Zhang Rushui hastily kowtowed to Wang Yi. She had heard that even the tyrannical Emperor Dragon Valley might not have such fetishes. Saint Lord, may I try it now? Of course. Great. Zhang Rushui took out the jade bottle given by Wang Yi, pulled out the red cork, and tilted the mouth of the bottle towards the pool. Wow! The dark red dragon's blood, like a waterfall, slanted down the mouth of the bottle. The bottom of the pool was soon flooded with dragon's blood, and the water level continued to rise. 3 feet. 1 zhang. 10 feet. At this time, all the dragon blood in the jade bottle was poured out. In the pool, the dark red dragon's blood rippled slightly, and the bloody aura dispersed. There is also a terrible coercion of the dragon clan. Zhang Rushui was amazed. Secretly said, Saint Lord must have thought about it in advance. Let me use the ancient Huolong pond to practice. The dragon blood in this jade bottle just filled the pond. Wang Yi pointed to the altar in the middle. Go and practice. Thank you, Saint Lord. Zhang Rushui stood up. Her snow-white dress fluttered slightly with the wind, like a fallen fairy, giving people a feeling of being spotless. Landed on the altar, sitting in lotus position. The altar trembled slightly, releasing a terrifying divine power, covering the pool. Below the pool, the dark red totem lights up, and the dragon's blood gathers towards the pillar in the middle. On the pillar, there are one after another sunken blood grooves, which absorb the blood and slowly rush towards the altar. When the dark red dragon blood flowed into the blood tank on the altar, the power of the dragon clan contained in it became stronger and stronger. 10 times stronger than the beginning. Under the mysterious power of the altar, the dragon's blood has a qualitative sublimation. The overall quantity has not changed, but the blood is more pure. The dragon's blood gathered along dozens of grooves towards Zhang Rushui's lower body. The moment the dragon's blood came into contact with the body, the delicate body shook. My God, what a majestic dragon blood power! I feel like my body is going to be full. Just a moment later, the absorbed dragon's blood had such terrifying power, which really shocked her. Without thinking about anything else, he quickly controlled his body and absorbed the dragon's blood. Bloodline users, the body can open up 9 special bloodlines. To fill each vein with blood is to have a complete vein. In Zhang Rushui's first vein, there is only a small half of the blood, which is extremely unstable. Control the dragon blood that is integrated into the body, and run it in the body. Every time a universe is run, the blood will be twice as pure. In the end, a tank of dragon blood was transformed into a drop of extremely pure dragon blood. Zhang Rushui was overjoyed, controlled the drop of dragon blood, and melted it towards the first vein. Soon, the first pulse grew a bit. As expected of the ancient Huolongqi. The imported dragon blood is extremely powerful, and the refining process is much simpler. If this continues, the first pulse will soon reach its limit. Chapter 89. Isn't it biological? The dragon's blood continuously gathered in the body, and Zhang Rushui's bloodline power was rapidly becoming stronger. Wang Yi nodded slightly after seeing it. Ancient Huolongqi is powerful and safe. Let Rushui absorb it here. With that said, he left Emperor Dragon Valley. In a flash, it was the day of the Hangzhou Youth Conference. The meeting was held outside Jinling City. The host is the city lord's mansion of Jinling City. On the outer square, there are hundreds of arenas built. Directly in front, there is a very high stand, and the people sitting on it are all the sect leaders and patriarchs of the major forces. Many forces came outside the city early and waited. In the stands in the middle, there are 2 people, one of them is middle-aged, and the other is an old man. The old man's name was Zhang Dashan, and he was the lord of Jinling City. The man next to him is the steward of the city lord's mansion, named Ma Hongfu. Ma Hongfu looked at the old man next to him, and said flatteringly, City Master, there are quite a lot of forces attending the youth conference this time, a total of 132. Another grand event. That's right. Zhang Dashan stroked his goatee. It's a great joy to have a large number of young people in Hangzhou. Ma Hongfu looked in the direction of Tianjiao, and there was a tall and straight man among them, who was particularly eye-catching. Su Zhengyu. Tianyang respects the body, he is a well-deserved figure. I heard that in the past 6 months, Su Zhengyu went out to practice, and encountered another opportunity. His strength has improved, and he has broken through to Divine Transformation Apex. The leader of this conference must belong to Su Zhengyu. Usually Tianjiao's luck is very good, which is not envied by everyone. Zhang Dashan nodded slightly, and also looked at Su Zhengyu, with deep appreciation in his eyes. You're right. Su Zhengyu is a well-deserved number 1 pride. No force can compare with it. This time the leader must be him. At each youth conference, Jinlingcheng will offer very generous opportunities as rewards. Even Tianjiao is very greedy. This time is no exception. After winning the first place, you can get the qualification to enter Fengali's secret realm. This is the only qualification in Jinling City. Speaking of which, among the Jinlingcheng clan, there is also a Tianjiao. Ma Hongfu looked in the direction of the Jin family, but did not see Jin Yiyu. Unfortunately, Jin Yiyu has already joined other forces. Zhang Dashan was taken aback suddenly. Has Jin Yiyu joined the 8 Desolation Sacred Cult? A while ago, he inquired about Jin Yiyu's affairs, and learned that Jin Shi was very fond of the 8 Desolation Sacred Cult, and planned to let his daughter join. No, Ma Hongfu thought at first that Jin Yiyu had joined the Holy Land of the 8 Desolations. In the past few days, people from the Holy Land of the 8 Desolations came to inquire, but they did not see Jin Yiyu. Didn't you join the Holy Land of the 8 Desolations? Zhang Dashan turned his head, with obvious doubts in his eyes. Which faction did Jin Yiyu go to? Ma Hongfu let out a long sigh and said, Jin Yiyu joined the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Ah! Zhang Dashan was completely stunned. Is it the force that will be removed soon? Jinlingcheng is responsible for counting the power of the entire Hangzhou, and he also has a ranking in private. Among the hundreds of forces, Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is at the bottom. If it weren't for the fact that it was once extremely brilliant in the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, it would have been removed from the list long ago. Unexpectedly, in this youth conference, the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning appeared again. Yes, Ma Hongfu nodded. I didn't expect that Jin Yiyu would join the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Then Jin Shikai must have a brain problem, so that Jin Yiyu, who has such aptitude, joins this kind of force. Oh. Zhang Dashan also let out a long sigh. A good seedling, it won't just be ruined like this. I'll go to Jin's house later and ask Jin Shikai what's going on. Ma Hongfu felt that there might be something strange about this matter. In the square, one by one forces stand scattered. The Jin family is in a relatively conspicuous position, and there are several powerful disciples in the family who are preparing to compete. Jin Shikai stood in front of him, his eyes constantly scanning the crowd. Finally, at an inconspicuous location, I saw a woman with slender and straight legs and skin as white as jade. Who else is it not Jin Yiyu? I don't know how Yiyu has been practicing in the past 6 months. Jin Shikai said with a concerned expression. Ever since he knew that the Holy Land was extraordinary, he never went there again, for fear of disturbing Wang Yi's rest and having a bad influence on Jin Yiyu. After careful observation of Jin Yiyu, clan elder Jin Wu was slightly taken aback. Patriarch, I feel that Yiyu's body is too perfect. Jin Shikai showed a look of displeasure, and coughed lightly. Clan elder, why do you see my daughter's body? This old pervert, he couldn't be playing with Yiyu, could he? Thanks for sending her to the Holy Land, or else. Ahem. Jin Wu rolled his eyes. This old man has long since passed away. What can I do to your daughter? You forgot Yiyu's constitution. Jade Bone Saint body, you can only have such a perfect body if you reach the realm of Apex. Hiss. Jin Shikai took a breath. In less than a year, Yiyu's Jade Bone Saint body has cultivated to the Apex realm. Too fast. The realm of Apex, that is the existence that they dare not even imagine. With the resources of the Jin family, it is difficult to achieve even a small success. Joining the Holy Land, that is, 9 months, has this kind of result, which is really terrifying. This Saint Lord is not easy. Jin Wu said with great emotion. His gaze swept over Wang Yi's side, and he saw Jin Linglong, who had a pair of big eyes and looked very alert. It's Linglong. Her strength has soared, and Rushui's palm bone seems to have also been promoted. When she left, Jin Linglong only had the body tempering realm. The aura that is faintly exuding now is probably in the Purple Mansion realm. The speed of this strength improvement can be said to be too fast. The Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is indeed extraordinary. Jin Shikai exclaimed. Whether it is a handyman disciple or a maid, as long as you join, you will have rich opportunities. In other forces, who would give the maid such a good opportunity? You can raise your bones when you come up. Jin Wu said with emotion, Patriarch, thanks to your help, Linglong was able to become a saint in the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Ha ha ha. Jin Shikai raised his head and laughed, and patted Jin Wu's shoulder heavily. It's the so-called blessings and sharing. If there is a good thing, can I forget you? Hey. Jin Wu laughed. There was a clansman who was closer to the side. Hearing the conversation between the clan leader and the clan elder, the more he listened, the more confused he became. Yi Yu became a handyman disciple. The patriarch still looks happy. Linglong is going to be a maid. The clan elder is still so happy. It's not my own. I really don't understand why the two of them are so happy. Chapter 90 Youth Assembly. Golden Patriarch. A burly man who came suddenly made Jin Shikai break out in a cold sweat nervously. Lord Luo, don't come here without any problems. He tried his best to keep his voice calm, trying not to let the other party see anything. Back then, the two strong men of the Eight Desolation sacred cult were killed by Wang Yi in front of their eyes. Luo Yuanqing snorted coldly, put his big hand on Jin Shikai's shoulder, and pinched it hard, causing cold sweat to break out from the latter's forehead in pain. Patriarch Jin, have you seen Meng's Soaring Dragon and Tang Chen recently? No, I haven't seen it before. Jin Shi cursed happily, these two people died long ago, you want me to go downstairs to meet them? Unlucky. What a bad luck. Jin Shikai said cautiously, since I separated from the two strong men that day, I have never seen them again, nor have I been to Jin's house. Really? Luo Yuanqing squeezed Jin Shikai's shoulder hard with his hands. If the strength at hand is greater, it is estimated that the shoulders will be broken. Of course, it's true. Jin Shikai gritted his teeth, sweating coldly from the pain. At the beginning, the two strong men of your teaching left alone for some reason, saying that they would come to the Jin family in the future. I never saw the two of them again. Think about it, our Jin family, how can we have the strength to deal with these two strong men? There are two people in the holy religion, one is Mysterious Cave 3rd stage, and the other is Kongji 5th stage. The God transformation realm is opened only by Jin Shi, and the elders of the clan have the strength of Mysterious Cave. How can we deal with the two strong men of the Holy Church? Hearing this again, Luo Yuanqing suddenly pushed Jin Shikai away. Forgive you for not daring to oppose our holy religion. He really couldn't understand why those two people who came to pick up Jin Yiyu suddenly disappeared for more than half a year. No news. Even with some uncommon chance, it's about time to come back. Huh. Jin Yiyu. Luo Yuanqing saw a woman with an extremely perfect figure, and walked towards the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Yiyu, what force are you joining? This location is inconspicuous at the corner of the square. Divided by strength, it falls at the end of Hangzhou. Lord Luo. Jin Yiyu had met him a few times before. I have joined the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Luo Yuanqing frowned tightly, this power has already declined, why did you join? At this moment, he looked towards the young man next to him. Checking the other party's breath, he couldn't see what happened to Realm. In this case, there are only two possibilities. First, Wang Yi is extremely powerful, far surpassing him. Second, Wang Yi is a mortal with no strength at all. The latter is less likely if this is the Saint Lord of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Who are you? In the beginning, Saint Lord. Wang Yi said indifferently. You are Saint Lord. Luo Yuanqing narrowed his eyes slightly, and looked at Jin Yiyu next to him. There must be something wrong here. Perhaps the disappearance of the two powerhouses of the holy cult has something to do with the youth. That golden stone is lying. Luo Yuanqing planned to stand still and go back to investigate the details of the young man. It is best to see how strong he is, and it is not too late to act. It is not easy for this young man to be able to deal with the two strong men of the holy cult. After the youth conference, can I invite the Saint Lord of the Beginning? Yeah, Wang Yi nodded slightly. With his strength, he didn't to put the opponent in one's eyes at all. There are 3 poles in the sun. Almost all the forces that came to participate in the competition were present. Zhang Dashan stood on the high platform, his eyes swept over the crowd. Today is the youth conference held every 3 years. In recent years, young people have emerged in Hangzhou, and I am deeply honored. Whoever wins the leader will be eligible to enter the Fengli secret realm. As soon as the words fell, there was an uproar in the field. Many young disciples were amazed. Oh my God, the leader's reward this time is really a Fengli secret realm. Isn't that great? Fengli secret realm has a lot of opportunities. If you can enter it, your strength will definitely skyrocket. Unfortunately, my strength is too weak. Those who have no strength can only watch others take away precious opportunities. Seeing the crowd quiet down, Zhang Dashan continued, okay, the old man announces that this youth conference will officially begin. All contestants, please wait in the waiting area according to the number of rings on the list. The youth conference is divided into 5 days. The total number of participants reached 3,650. Anyone with some strength will participate in the competition, even if they can't win the ranking, it is still an experience. There are a total of 100 arenas. The first 3 days are auditions, the loser will be disqualified, and the winner will continue to compete. After 3 days, the top 32 will be determined. On the 4th day, the final 4 will be determined. Then came the semi-finals and finals. The frequency of competitions is very close, and for those with weaker strength, physical strength will be a great test. But for those strong, it is not a problem at all. Boom boom boom. The gong sounded and the game officially started. Disciples who looked to be in their early 20s were discussing fiercely in the arena. The stand is 10 feet high, even if it is far away, you can still see the situation on the ring. Saint Lord, is your hand strength okay? Jin Linglong stood behind Wang Yi and massaged him. Well, not bad. Wang Yi closed his eyes enjoying himself. Yiyu is about to play. Jin Linglong pointed to the 10th ring on the left, her opponent seems to be someone from the 8 Desolation Sacred Sect. I met him at Jin's house before. The strength is not weak. Wang Yi looked towards the 3rd ring. Opposite Jin Yiyu, stood a burly man named Fan Wenxuan. Purple Mansion Apex, is a small guy. Wang Yi said with a light smile. In the past, he was a tyrannical opponent. Jin Linglong couldn't help feeling deeply moved, but now, he is not Yiyu's opponent at all. 9 months ago, 100 Jin Yiyu was not Fan Wenxuan's opponent. Unless you squeeze the other party dry and cause sudden death or something. But now, Jin Yiyu grew up too fast. Arena number 10. Fan Wenxuan looked at Jin Yiyu's slender, white thighs with extremely lewd eyes. Secretly said, what a pair of beautiful legs. If you carry it on your shoulders, hee. However, it did not say so on the surface. Yiyu, I haven't seen you for a few years, your figure is getting better and better. Join the 8 Desolation Sacred Cult, I know a lot of unique body refining methods, I can let you try, hee. After saying this, Fan Wenxuan looked at that round thigh, and his saliva almost flowed down. I'm not interested in the 8 Desolation Sacred Cult. Jin Yiyu seemed to see Fan Wenxuan's intentions, and gave him a hard look. Yiyu, do you want to win me? Fan Wenxuan said with a trivial face. I must win you. Jin Yiyu snorted coldly. Okay, as long as you promise to accompany me, drinking at night, I will let you win today. Fan Wenxuan looked at the waist that was tightly grasped, imagining the wonderful feeling of hugging it when drinking at night, and almost flew into the sky. Check out our playlist for more amazing novels. Chapter 91 Black Bear Zun Body. Jin Yiyu's graceful curves became the object of everyone's attention as soon as she came on stage. Especially those male disciples, some even in the ring, they didn't forget to take a good look. Oh my God, this beauty is so good, my saliva is about to flow. It's so beautiful. Who is she? Why haven't I seen it before? If I marry this home, I can carry this leg for 10,000 years. Go away, you boy. The Great Emperor will lose a few hundred years if he carries it for a few years, don't talk about you little dog. After a while, Jin Yiyu became the subject of discussion. Some people recognized her. Isn't this Jin Yiyu from the Jin family? How did she join the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning? Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. I haven't heard of it. It seems that it is not famous. It's normal if you haven't heard of it. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning will be disbanded soon. Ah. Didn't Jin Yiyu ask for trouble when she joined this faction? There is a sign on the ring, which says the power and name of the contestants. Seeing that Jin Yiyu is from the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, none of these people are optimistic. In the stands, the position of the 8 Desolation Sacred Church. Luo Yuanqing saw Fan Wenxuan's intentions from the shape of his mouth, and could not help cursing angrily. This B*********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** You still want to pretend to lose to the opponent. I told him a long time ago that female S*X will only affect the foundation of cultivation, but I don't listen. Fan Wenxuan's qualifications are very good, and he has a black bear emperor body, which is very suitable for body refining. If you practice hard, you will definitely become a strong man like him in the future. Another stand. The city lord Zhang Dashan also looked towards the number 10 ring. Jin Yiyu, she's on the stage so soon. I want to see what skills this holy land of absolute beginning taught her. Ma Hongfu shook his head slightly, not optimistic about Jin Yiyu. Before Yiyu joined the holy land of absolute beginning, she was only in the gathering origin realm. No matter how much she improved, she was just entering the purple mansion realm. It's impossible to be Fan Wenxuan's opponent. Arena number 10. Jin Yiyu's face was as frosty as she stared at the other party. Dirty man. Die. After finishing speaking, regardless of the other party's reaction, he kicked towards the other party's chest. What a pair of beautiful legs. Fan Wenxuan smelled a seductive fragrance, and wanted to hold this leg in his arms and enjoy it. As a result, he underestimated the speed of his legs and was kicked directly on his chest. Hearing a muffled bang, Fan Wenxuan's chest sank, his body flew upside down 7 or 80 feet out of the ring, and fell heavily on the ground. Puff! A mouthful of bright red blood dyed the Qingxi bricks on the ground red. At this moment, Fan Wenxuan was completely stunned. What a terrible power. I lost. The leg kicked on the body, and without any reaction, he was hit in the chest. The internal organs were churning in the abdomen, mouthful after mouthful of blood spurted out. Now there is a lot of exhalation and less inhalation. This scene made the audience on stage look dumb. Oh my god. Jin Yiyu has such terrifying power. Fan Wenxuan was defeated with one blow. Fan Wenxuan has a black bear body, is good at body refining, and is in the apex realm of the Purple Mansion. His physical body is extremely tyrannical. How did he get defeated? What kind of realm is Jin Yiyu? I can't find out at all. This is the disciple taught by the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. So strong. Those who were not optimistic about Jin Yiyu were all shocked. No one could have imagined that the strong gathering origin apex body refining lost in strength and was defeated by a single blow. In the stands, Luo Yuanqing stood up abruptly and flew towards Fan Wenxuan's position. Wenxuan. Luo Yuanqing did not expect such a result. Fan Wenxuan was among the top 5 contestants of the 8 Desolation Sacred Sect. Lost in the hands of Jin Yiyu. This woman, who only had the gathering origin level a year ago, could not possibly be Fan Wenxuan's opponent. Who would have thought? Just one hit and it's gone. This made his old face turn red and turn white. What's going on? Luo Yuanqing frowned. Wenxuan let Jin Yiyu go. Reminiscent of the mouth shape I saw just now, it is really possible. Seeing Fan Wenxuan's chest collapsed, he shook his head again. Impossible. If Fan Wenxuan let Jin Yiyu go, he would have to fight a few times to lose, and he wouldn't suffer such a serious injury. In other words, Jin Yiyu has real skills. Thinking of this, he looked at Wang Yi with deep meaning. What is the ability of this Saint Lord in the beginning? Can Jin Yiyu be trained to be so strong in such a short period of time? The power of Fan Wenxuan completely crushed the Black Bear Emperor. Be patient. In the middle of the grandstand, Zhang Dashan shrank his pupils and looked at Jin Yiyu in surprise. Jin Yiyu is so strong. The strength is improving too fast, isn't it? If you want to defeat Fan Wenxuan with one kick, you must have at least a lot stronger than him. It is stronger than Zifu Apex. Doesn't it mean that realm is going to divine transformation? In less than a year, the breakthrough god transformation realm can be called the peerless genius. At this time, look towards the corner of the stand. There was a handsome man in a white robe with a calm demeanor. He didn't pay attention to the competition just now. It's not easy for Saint Lord in the beginning. Jin Yiyu joined Holy Land of Absolute Beginning for a reason. I just don't know if Jin Yiyu can go to the end and win the leader. It's too difficult to go to the end. Ma Hongfu shook his head. Su Zhengyu has the strength of Divine Transformation Apex, and he has the body of Tianyang. How can Jin Yiyu compare? It's reasonable. After Zhang Dashan thought about it, he also felt that Su Zhengyu had a better chance of winning. Ha ha ha. Yiyu, you're doing great. Jin Shikai applauded repeatedly when he saw his daughter kicking the womanizer and seriously injured her. When I decided to let Yiyu join Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, I was right. This is definitely the best choice I have ever made in my life. Yiyu's improved strength is a bit exaggerated. Jin Wu was stunned. If you want to defeat Fan Wenxuan so easily, you have to use God Transformation Realm. 9 months, breakthrough Divine Transformation. You are stronger than the Patriarch. Jin Shikai, the Patriarch of their Jin family, now only has God Transformation Realm. Ahem. Jin Shi covered his mouth and coughed a few times. Why don't you open which pot and which pot are you lifting? My daughter is strong, and I, as a father, can follow suit in the future. I am also looking forward to it in my heart. At this youth conference, Holy Land of Absolute Beginning can have a good ranking and completely establish its name in Hangzhou. In this way, the status of the Jin family will be completely stabilized in Jinling City. No one dared to provoke them. Chapter 92 Entering the Finals. The game continued. After the first 3 days, the top 32 were born. They are all the arrogance of the major forces. Jin Yiyu also entered the second round without any suspense, becoming the biggest dark horse player in this youth conference. The organizer will assign opponents according to the strength of the contestants. There are only 10 God Transformation Realms in total, and they will not meet before the semi-finals. After the day's match ended, there was a strange movement in the sky on the north side of Jinling City. A huge island floated in the sky, with a huge sword stuck in the center. From a distance, it is impossible to tell how big the sword is. Many forces in Hangzhou were very excited when they saw this floating island. Oh my god, this is Ancient Sword Island. I only come to the world once every 100 years, but I didn't expect that this time it will come to the world near Jinling City. We are blessed. With my kendo aptitude, I should be able to go to the Ancient Sword Island, and go to the Emperor rank sword technique in Insight Legendary. I can even gain insight into the Ancient Sword Technique. Let's pull it down. Emperor rank sword technique is extremely difficult to gain insight, and Ancient Sword Technique is even useless. The Ancient Sword Island comes from the ancient times, which has the inheritance of the Ancient Sword Technique. Every 100 years, Ancient Sword Island will appear once. All sword cultivators whose realm is lower than Mysterious Cave can go to the island for Insight Sword Technique. According to Legendary, the strongest sword technique in Ancient Sword Island is a set of Ancient Emperor Sword Technique, which is 1 realm higher than Emperor rank. There is no comparison between the two with Dharma Phase. This Ancient Emperor Sword Technique, because insight is too difficult, has never been obtained. Wang Yi stood on the corridor of the guest room, with his hands behind his back, looking towards the sky. The orange-red sun is half covered on the top of the mountain, and the purple clouds are floating in the sky. Under the sunshine, the floating island is sometimes illusory and sometimes solid. This is Ancient Sword Island. It's just a phantom now, it hasn't come completely yet. It will take about a year. Unfortunately, my realm is too high, so I have no chance to enter Ancient Sword Island. Sword Island can only be entered by people below the Mysterious Cave realm, more than half of the Great Emperor. For the Ancient Emperor Sword Technique inside, I am still looking forward to it. Let Qin Feiyu go to Insight Ancient Emperor Sword Technique, maybe it will be successful. Qin Feiyu possesses 10,000 Path Venerable Sword Bone with extraordinary aptitude, from which Insight Emperor rank sword technique is not difficult. But Insight Ancient Emperor Sword Technique, the difficulty is very high. 10,000 Path Venerable Sword Bone is still far from enough. Let Qin Feiyu promote Emperor rank Sword Bone qualification, it will be easier to insight. Today, the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning has various Emperor rank sword techniques, but the Ancient Emperor Sword Technique does not have a set. Only by mastering these can you truly rule the roost in the way of swordsmanship. Wang Yi thought to himself, after this conference is over, he will go back to train Qin Feiyu well and prepare for the ancient Sword Island. On the fourth day of the conference, the final four will be determined. Jin Yiyu still won the match with ease, relying on her fist and kick skills to deal with her opponent effortlessly. The realm of Jade Bone Saint Body Apex has a strong tempering effect on the body. Strength is also its own strong point. Fifth day. In the two semi-finals in the morning, Jin Yiyu met a strong God Transformation realm. Realm is not high, only Divine Transformation second stage. Use a little bit of hands and feet to defeat your opponent. At this moment, the audience was silent. Those male disciples all looked at Jin Yiyu with fiery eyes. Oh my god. Jin Yiyu is the biggest dark horse of this youth conference. We've reached the finals now. Before I put it, I absolutely did not believe that this kind of thing would happen. She's only 20 years old, and she's so strong that she will definitely win the first place in the youth conference in the next session. At the age of 20, being able to stand on the stage of the finals at this age definitely made history. Although Su Jungyu is strong, he is already 29 years old. The Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, once an unpopular force, has transformed itself into the absolute winner of the youth conference. Regardless of whether or not Jin Yiyu can win in the end, her reputation has already been established. Many young disciples looked towards the direction of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning with fiery eyes. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is so powerful, Jin Yiyu has become a strong divine transformation within less than a year after joining. There must be many opportunities in the Holy Land, right? I'm so envious of Jin Yiyu. I don't know if I can join. With my king physique qualifications, how can I become a core disciple? I have the aptitude of emperor physique, so I must have been a personal disciple in the past. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, wait for me, and say goodbye to the master when I go back. Many disciples want to join the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning to get better opportunities. Day to noon. The sun was shining brightly, and the air was hot, but it couldn't stop the enthusiasm of the audience. There were no empty seats in the stands, and everyone was looking at the two who were about to compete for the ringleader. Su Jungyu was shirtless, and the muscles all over his body exuded a bronze luster under the sun. You are very strong. You are an opponent worthy of respect. Su Jungyu looked at Jin Yiyu, however, you are definitely not my opponent. Admitting defeat now will allow you to step down with dignity. The Netherlands Youth Conference will be your stage. The corners of Jin Yiyu's mouth curled up a little. Who gave you the confidence to win me? Realm. Su Jungyu opened his arms, showering in the gold sunshine, and the Tianyang Zun body. When the sun is shining brightly, it is the period when Tianyang Zun's body is strongest, and the cultivation technique can be used to gain bonuses. The afternoon sun is slightly weaker, and the increase will not be so large. Jin Yiyu looked at each other with interest. You are a strong opponent, let's decide today. You are not my opponent. Su Jungyu looked at his opponent. I admit, Jade Bone Saint body is very strong, but Tianyang Zun is stronger in body, and is your nemesis. Jade Bone Saint body belongs to Ice Cold type, and Tianyang Zun's body belongs to Yang, which just restrains the opponent. Especially under this Zhengyang, the body of Tianyang Zun can increase twice as much, and the enemy is no longer an opponent. If you don't try, how do you know you will definitely win against me? Jin Yiyu said coldly. Okay, since you don't admit defeat, then don't blame me for not knowing how to be sympathetic to women. Su Jungyu's eyes froze with coldness. The battle is about to start. In the stands, many spectators saw the tense scene, and they all felt that the atmosphere was extremely dignified. Those who are less powerful, just feel the aura emanating from the two, and feel difficulty in breathing and tightness in their chests. We're going to war. Jin Yiyu has such a strong backbone. Su Jungyu didn't back down after persuading her like this. If it were me, I would probably just admit defeat. This place was simply designed for Su Jungyu. Under the bright sun, the body of Tianyang Zun will double in size. Twice as much, that's horrible. Martial skill is twice as powerful. Twice as strong. How can you fight this? Su Jungyu is Divine Transformation Apex, double the increase, and his strength is not in the mysterious cave realm. Chapter 93 Flame Palm. The The two most critical factors in the battle, under the effect of Zhengyang, all doubled. He had to be at least a lot stronger in order to be able to compete with Su Zhengyu. Some people even think that after the double increase, Su Zhengyu's strength is comparable to the mysterious cave powerhouse. No matter how strong Jin Yiyu is, can she beat the mysterious cave powerhouse? It's not a close fight at all. Even the heavens are helping Su Zhengyu. Kim's location. Jin Shikai squeezed a cold sweat in his hands. Yiyu, you must be careful. Then Su Zhengyu's strength is too strong. If he is injured in the battle, it will be difficult to deal with. The Patriarch. Jin Wu leaned over and whispered next to his ear, Yiyu's Jade Bone Saint body is already in the state of perfection, can it compete with Qianyang's body? It's difficult. Jin Shikai sighed, if Yiyu and Su Zhengyu fight at night, Su Zhengyu's Qianyang Zun body will not have an advantage, and Jade Bone Saint body will be able to win back the victory if he enters the realm of transformation. But now, when Qianyang Zun's body is at its strongest growth rate, it's fully doubled. Even if Jade Bone Saint body is in the state of transformation, it is not an opponent. Besides, Tianjiao Holy Land has worked hard to train Su Zhengyu. Qianyang Zun's body is already in the great completion state. Calculated in this way, Jin Yiyu has no advantage in constitution. Realm is so much worse. In all likelihood, this battle will be lost. Jin Shikai sighed deeply, it doesn't matter if you win the game or not. As long as Yiyu ends the game safe and sound, I can rest assured. Don't worry, Patriarch, Yiyu will be fine. Jin Wu patted the Patriarch's shoulder and comforted him. In the arena. As soon as the gong sounded, the game officially started. Su Zhengyu said very casually, you are a woman, let you make the first move. Then you're welcome. Jin Yiyu instantly exploded to the extreme speed, raised her long legs, and kicked at Su Zhengyu's chest. Su Zhengyu had extremely sharp eyesight, and he did not underestimate the enemy. He folded his hands together, palms facing outwards, to block that kick. Boom! Terrifying power spread along Su Zhengyu's arm. He didn't resist the power in it, he took 7 or 8 steps towards the retreat before stabilizing his body. What a strong force! She never thought that Jin Yiyu's strength was so strong, she really didn't know how to cultivate it. After seeing this scene, the audience in the audience was stunned. None of them thought that Su Zhengyu would be defeated by Jin Yiyu under the confrontation of positive forces. Oh my god, how can Jin Yiyu have such a strong power? Impossible. Su Zhengyu is the body-refining powerhouse of Divine Transformation Apex, and has the body of Qianyang Zun. How can Jin Yiyu's strength be stronger than him? Could it be? Su Zhengyu fought Jin Yiyu for the first time. Seeing that she is a woman, she didn't show her full strength. After thinking of this, these people felt relieved. He felt that Su Zhengyu must have not exploded with all his strength, so he was repelled by Jin Yiyu. In the arena, only Su Zhengyu knew that the blow just now did not release the water in the slightest. Instead, he used nearly 80% of his strength and was repelled. Su Zhengyu frowned slightly. This Jin Yiyu is very powerful, it seems that she can't keep her hand. Flame palm. Su Zhengyu stretched out his palm forward, and a scorching flame condensed and formed on his palm. Qianyang Zun's body belongs to fire, and the martial skill of the fire type will exert a greater advantage. Under the palm of Lai Yan, the temperature in the square suddenly rose. Su Zhengyu galloped forward, and slapped Jin Yiyu's face with his flaming palm. This trick didn't stop at all. Jin Yiyu did not back away. Jin Shikai on the stands of the square, after seeing Su Zhengyu's fiery palm, his heart rose to his throat. Yiyu, retreat quickly. Avoid that flaming palm move, this is Su Zhengyu's famous stunt. Flame palm is a top-tier martial skill of king rank. Su Zhengyu has practiced this set of palm techniques for nearly 15 years, and after practicing day after day, he has already reached the realm of perfection. It can be said that this set of palm techniques can be used to the extreme at will. Jin Yiyu is only 20 years old now. Martial skill training time is not too long. In Jin Shikai's impression, Jin Yiyu has never learned any martial skill that can compete with Raging Flame Palm. Even if you join the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, you will spend 8 hours a day looking at the mountain. The rest of the time should be used to absorb spiritual chi and sleep. The time to practice martial skill is much shorter. Therefore, Jin Yiyu probably has no way to contend against Raging Flame Palm. On the ring, Jin Yiyu did not retreat, but raised her jade hand forward. Between the green onion fingers, ice blue light emerged, condensed into a hexagonal ice crystal in the air, and flew towards the palm of the flame in a whirl. A force of extreme cold emanated from the ice crystal. Su Jungyu felt that the own flames were trembling slightly, and the temperature dropped by 30%, so he couldn't help frowning. What martial skill is this? Such a strong ice breath. Under the cold ice, my body also felt slightly uncomfortable, but the flaming palm had already been used, and there was no room for it to stop. Seeing the man on the ring with flames in his hand, hit the ice crystal. Snapped. The ice crystals collided with Leon palm, and the power of extreme cold actually wrapped Su Jungyu's palm. With a stabbing sound, ice crystals were branded on the palm, and the power of extreme ice completely wrapped Su Jungyu's palm. The blazing flame was also instantly extinguished. What a strong martial skill! Su Jungyu was forced to stop. At this time, the hexagonal ice crystal was still dragging in the palm of his hand. When he closed his hand, he saw that his palm had been frozen into purple sauce. This color was not scalded by using the flame palm technique, but was frozen out by the extreme cold power. The sauce purple was still spreading from the wrist to the arm. Hastily shook his hands one by one, but did not shake off the ice crystal exuding the power of extreme cold. Damn it! What the hell is this martial skill? It's so powerful. Can it stick to my body after casting it? Su Jungyu shook his hand violently. Still didn't shake off the blue ice crystal. The power of ice cold continued to spread to the arm. Oops, I have to find a way to get rid of this icy power. Su Jungyu mobilized the spiritual qi in his body, all condensed on the palm of his hand, and a scorching flame formed on his hand. P*******K. After a while, under the extremely high temperature, the hexagonal blue ice crystals slowly melted, turning into a puddle of clear water and falling to the ground. After seeing this scene, the audience on the stage were all stunned. No one thought that Su Jungyu's famous stunt, Flame Palm, would be defeated by Jin Yiyu's ice crystal attack. The crowd was chattering. What is the martial skill that Jin Yiyu cast? What a terrifying cold power! It fell into Su Jungyu's hands, and immediately extinguished the flame. Chapter 94 Tianyang Venerable Body. Did you see that? Su Jungyu's right hand has turned into a purple sauce, swollen and big, like an eggplant. Probably 2 sticks are enough. Look quickly. The hexagonal ice crystals are still imprinted on Su Jungyu's palm, and the power of ice cold is also spreading in his body. If it can't be removed quickly, it will definitely have a great impact on the body. Just now the crowd was still worried about Jin Yiyu's situation. Who would have thought that in the blink of an eye, they would be worried about Su Jungyu. Jin Shikai saw his daughter beat Su Jungyu's raging flame palm with a move, and his heart finally returned to his stomach. What is this cultivation technique? It's so strong. Judging from the way it was cast just now, realm is probably not low. Raging Flame Palm is a top-grade king rank, and after another 15 years of cultivation, it has reached the superb realm. Jin Yiyu's martial skill has only been practiced for 9 months at the longest, and it can compete with Su Jungyu's martial skill, which shows that the martial skill realm must be at least top imperial rank, and may even be emperor rank in legendary. Thinking of the word emperor rank, Jin Shi opened his pupils and shrank suddenly. When Jin Yiyu joined the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, she received a gift from the Saint Lord, a copy of Art of the Jade Empress. After so long, Saint Lord let Jin Yiyu participate in the youth conference, and should have rewarded her with a very strong cultivation technique. Is it possible? After Jin Shikai thought of a certain possibility, his eyes burst into dazzling light. The cultivation technique awarded to Jin Yiyu by the Saint Lord is also emperor rank. In the middle of the stands. The city lord Zhang Dashan was also slightly dazed when he saw this scene. This Jin Yiyu's strength is so strong. She has only joined the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning for a few months, and she has such a strong strength. Thinking of this, Zhang Dashan looked towards the corner of the stand. There, a man in white sat on a wicker chair with a calm expression. And behind him, there was a very smart-looking woman who was massaging his shoulders. This doesn't seem to worry about the result of the game, but to enjoy it. Zhang Dashan took a deep look at Wang Yi. This young man is not simple. Teaching Jin Yiyu so well in just a few months, the biggest dark horse in this youth conference is the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. I believe that after this battle, even if Jin Yiyu loses, the reputation of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning will be completely established. At this time, Zhang Dashan still firmly believed that Su Zhengyu could defeat Jin Yiyu. After all, Su Zhengyu's Tianyang Zun body can increase twice as much under the bright sun. Now that Tianyang Zun's body has not been displayed yet, maybe he can still fight with it evenly. When Su Zhengyu's true strength explodes, Jin Yiyu will definitely lose instantly, without any possibility of winning. In the arena, the sun is shining brightly. Jin Yiyu's jade-like skin exuded a seductive luster. It looks like the finest suet jade, without any impurities, and extremely smooth. Countless young disciples secretly swallowed their saliva when they saw that flawless and delicate body. Jin Yiyu pinched a few spells quickly with her fingers, and blue light clusters of blue ice flew out from her fingertips, turning into hexagonal ice crystals in the air. Whoosh whoosh. Hundreds of ice crystals flew towards Su Zhengyu. Su Zhengyu didn't expect that Jin Yiyu could release so many ice crystals at the same time. He couldn't dodge for a while, and his body was stuck by several ice crystals. He raised his fist and swung it forward violently, creating a gust of wind with his vigor. The strong wind roared, and a small storm was rolled up, blowing away the 7 or 8 ice crystals that were flying towards him. But those ice crystals were controlled extremely flexibly by Jin Yiyu, and surrounded Su Zhengyu from all directions. Snapped. An ice crystal landed on Su Zhengyu's arm, and the power of extreme cold spread out, freezing that piece of skin purple. Su Zhengyu was still punching, but his arms were frozen stiff by the extreme cold, and his speed slowed down a lot. Another ice crystal landed on the right arm. The 2 ice crystals were only an inch apart, and soon the arm was completely frozen into purple sauce. Clap clap. One by one hexagonal ice crystals were attached to Su Zhengyu's body and legs respectively, and his movements became more and more stiff. Just because of a moment of carelessness, she was completely controlled by Jin Yiyu and fell into a stalemate. Where would Jin Yiyu miss such a good opportunity? Seeing that the opponent was frozen by the icy cold force, he waved his fingers dozens of times in a row. The surrounding ice crystals were all attached to Su Zhengyu's body. Soon, the skin all turned purple-red, like a suckling pig that had just been roasted, and the blood circulation had slowed down to the extreme. The icy power of hundreds of ice crystals exploded, enveloping Su Zhengyu's body, and he was frozen into an ice sculpture, trapped in the pale blue ice. The surrounding temperature also dropped suddenly. After seeing this scene, everyone in the square was shocked. My god! Jin Yiyu's ice power is too strong, it can freeze Su Zhengyu's body. I don't know how the level of cultivation technique is. It shouldn't be low. If you want me to guess, it must be the cultivation technique of the Emperor body to have such terrifying power. Cooperate with Jade Bone Saint body to display it, it is too strong. These viewers were all shocked by Jin Yiyu's strength. However, some people were not worried about Su Zhengyu's situation, and believed that he would be able to escape from the ice. After all, Tianyang Zun's body is fire, and his real trump card has not been played. Suddenly, the bright sun in the sky burst into golden light, forming a beam of light and falling on the square. Under the bright sun, the extremely terrifying high temperature and icy cold air also completely disappeared under the sun. The sun shone on Su Zhengyu's body, and the ice was quickly melted by the sun. Coming out of the cold ice, the dark red frostbite on his body completely disappeared. Tianyang venerable body. Su Zheng let out a roar, his body absorbed the extreme yang force emitted by the sun, and he was suddenly raised by a foot. There was a bronze radiance on the skin, as if there was a flame burning beneath the skin. The breath on his body also doubled. Seeing Su Zhengyu performing the Tianyang Zun body, many audience members were all overjoyed. Oh my god, Su Zhengyu has used the Tianyang Zun body. I thought he wouldn't use this ability in today's battle. What a terrifying breath, it feels like his strength has been raised to the level of mysterious cave. It should be about the same. The Tianyang Zun body can double the strength, and the spiritual qi in the body will also increase twice. With such an increase, it is normal to upgrade to the mysterious cave realm. Oh my god, that's a strong player in the mysterious cave realm, spanning a large realm. Jin Yiyu is definitely not his opponent. Today's battle is coming to an end, Su Zhengyu is today's leader. Seeing Su Zhengyu's Tianyang Zun body, these people firmly believed that there was no suspense in this battle. In the center of the stand, there is a very spacious place where some spectators are sitting. These people are all from the Heavenly Chen sect. One of them was an extremely burly and imposing middle-aged man named Li Hidong. He is the leader of Tianjin Holy Cult. Chapter 95 Emperor Embodies. From the beginning of this competition to the present, Li Hidong's expression has been very flat. It seems to be the result of this game, and the odds of winning are in hand. Seeing Su Zhengyu displaying the Tianyang Zun body, the corners of Li Hidong's mouth curled up slightly, revealing a smile. Now there is no suspense in the game. I admit that Jin Yiyu is very strong, but now Su Zhengyu is the master of this game. This victory will definitely be won. At this time, looking towards the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, seeing Wang Yi who was leaning on the wicker chair enjoying a massage, there was a hint of contempt in his eyes. What time is it, and you're still enjoying a massage? Do you really think Jin Yiyu can win Su Zhengyu? Our Heavenly Dust Holy Land has many tyrannical cultivation techniques. In the arena, Jin Yiyu, it's still too late to admit defeat. Su Zhengyu folded his arms around his chest and looked at the tiny woman in front of him. After casting Tianyang Zun body, Jin Yiyu's Jade Bone Saint body will become very fragile in front of her. Even if he used the ice crystals just now, he still couldn't freeze On's body. I believe that Jin Yiyu must have nothing to do with herself this time. After Jin Yiyu saw the tyrannical Tianyang Zun's body, her eyes were still calm, with a look of ease. This is your Tianyang Zun body, it looks interesting. As he said that, he quickly picked up one after another formula with his 2 fingers, and blue ice crystals flew towards Su Zhengyu one after another. When the ice crystal came into contact with Su Zhengyu within 1 foot, it was melted by the scorching power emitted by the bright sun in the sky. Every ice crystal is inaccessible. The martial skill that was very tyrannical just now has completely lost its effect. Seeing the flying ice crystals, Su Zhengyu folded his arms around his chest, not even intending to make a move. Give up, your ice crystals are useless to me. No matter how much you use it, it will be in vain. Using the Tianyang Zun body, the sun above the head can shine a golden beam of light. In this golden light is the power of extreme fire, which is far stronger than Jin Yiyu's power of ice. No matter how many ice crystals fly in, they will just turn into water. Especially now it is noon, when the power of the sun is strong. At least twice as strong as usual. Jin Yiyu in front of her will definitely not be her own opponent. Jin Yiyu's expression remained calm. Tianyang Zun's body is really interesting, but compared with me, it is still far behind. A clear drink. Extreme Ice Emperor body. On Jin Yiyu's skin, a layer of light white frost emerged. A burst of extreme ice power was released from the body. Many respected bodies or emperor bodies have special abilities. After displaying it, it will explode with stronger strength. In the originally clear sky, snowflakes in the shape of hexagons floated down, and the ice blue light bloomed in the sun. After the Tianyang Zun body was displayed, the bright sun in the sky shone extremely hot on this place. Many young disciples couldn't bear the power of these scorching flames, and were so hot that they were sweating all over. But not long after it was hot, ice crystals appeared in the sky, and the power of extreme cold spread out. This feeling of ice and fire is really unbearable. Many weak people curled up on chairs and shivered from the cold. Blue snowflakes descended from the sky, gathering towards Jin Yiyu's body. After absorbing these ice blue snowflakes, his body suddenly rose 3 feet. That long leg was nearly 2 feet long. After transforming into the Extreme Ice Emperor body, the body is covered with a layer of frost, like the Ice Queen from the world of ice and snow, glamorous and unparalleled. The young disciples on the high platform next to them were all stunned when they saw that long leg that was nearly 2 feet long. Damn, the thighs are too long, aren't they? If I can handle this, I can play for a 10,000 year. FKU. If you can carry her, you probably won't be able to live for 3 years. I want to surrender under her pomegranate skirt. Oh my god, it was so hot just now, and now it's terribly cold, so you can't let people live. These young disciples were not too strong, and under the alternation of cold and heat, many of them had blue snot flowing from their nostrils. In the middle stands When the city lord Zhang Dashan saw the 3-foot-tall Jin Yiyu, his pupils suddenly shrank. Such a tall body, it's too exaggerated. Under normal circumstances, the height of the body after the illusion can represent how strong the strength is and how great the potential is. For example, after Su Zhengyu's Tianyang Zun body is used, his height can reach about 1 foot, which is already very exaggerated. And this Jin Yiyu is even more exaggerated. His body was 3 feet tall, and Su Zhengyu couldn't even reach his thighs in front of her. Noticing the power of extreme cold, I was shocked in my heart. Jade Bone Saint body knows it all too well. After using it, it is absolutely impossible to make Jin Yiyu look like an ice and snow queen, unparalleled in coldness and arrogance. Ma Hongfu was also stunned. City Master, this seems to be the Extreme Ice Emperor body. I saw it in an ancient book before. After the Extreme Ice Emperor body transformed, Blue's ice totem will appear between the eyebrows, which looks a bit like a crown. Really, this is the Extreme Ice Emperor body. Zhang Dashan finally believed it when he saw the icy blue crown on Jin Yiyu's eyebrows. My god, how could she have the Extreme Ice Emperor body? Isn't it Jade Bone Saint body before? Jin Yiyu has lived in Jinling City since she was a child. As the city lord here, Zhang Dashan can often see her. I also know what Jade Bone Saint body looks like after it is transformed. Not even 1 foot tall, that is, to raise the body to about 8 or 9 feet. At this time, Jin Yiyu already has a body that is 3 feet tall. The name of the Extreme Ice Emperor body is ready to come out. Zhang Dashan was completely stunned, and stared blankly at Jin Yiyu. How did she obtain the Extreme Ice Emperor body? Could it be related to joining the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning? Thinking of this, he looked towards the corner of the viewing platform, in the direction of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. That Wang Yi was sitting on the wicker chair, enjoying the maid's massage, with the expression on his face still calm. Zhang Dashan stared at the young man firmly. Jin Yiyu joined the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning for 9 months and obtained the Extreme Ice Emperor body. This chance is too exaggerated. Not to mention the Extreme Ice Emperor body, but raising Jade Bone Saint body to apex is beyond what they can imagine. Today, Jade Bone Saint body has not only arrived in apex, but also condensed a more terrifying Ice Emperor body. After possessing the advanced Imperial body, future achievements are bound to be extraordinary. Where the Jin family is located, Jin Shikai saw Jin Yiyu's changes, and his pupils suddenly shrank. This. Could it be that this is an imperial body? What a terrifying breath of extreme cold. As Jin Yiyu's father, he naturally knows how Jade Bone Saint body has changed. Now this 3-foot-tall body is definitely not a Jade Bone Saint body, but an extremely powerful emperor body. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 96 Tianyang Emperor Fist. Clan. Patriarch. Jin Wu stuttered when he spoke. Jin Yiyu seems to be the emperor of extreme ice. After Jin Wu learned about Yugu Zun's body, he also studied many ancient books. I saw something written in a book, saying that after Jade Bone Saint body was upgraded to apex, she consumed the extremely precious Emperor Bone Jade liquid in 10,000-year ice. There is a chance to be promoted to the Extreme Ice Emperor body. This is an advanced imperial body, the level of uncommon can be imagined. Even if they were given 10,000 years to the Jin family, they would not be able to help Jin Yiyu break through the Extreme Ice Emperor body. When Jin Shikai heard the news, an excited smile appeared on his face. Okay. Extreme Ice Emperor body. It's really great. My daughter has the Extreme Ice Emperor body. This is the advanced imperial body. Low-level emperor bodies are already very scary, and advanced emperor bodies are even rarer. It seems that the opportunity given by the Saint Lord is too generous, so that Jade Bone Saint body can be promoted to advanced imperial body. At the beginning, I asked Jin Yiyu to join Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, and there was nothing wrong. Jin Wu also grinned from ear to ear, looked in the direction of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, and noticed his granddaughter. Jin Linglong was behind the wicker chair, diligently massaging the king chair. He nodded in satisfaction. Okay. Linglong, press well. As someone close to Saint Lord, as long as you perform well, can your chances be worse? Think about it, handyman disciples can get such a lucrative opportunity. As a maid, Jin Linglong only needs to serve Wang Yi well. Just letting something flow from her fingertips at will do her a lot of good. At this time, he felt very grateful for his decision. If it wasn't for Jin Shikai begging for the gift of the Saint Lord, he won a precious position as a maid for Jin Linglong, and he wouldn't have had the chance to join the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, so he wouldn't have been able to get a lucrative opportunity. In the stands of the Tianjin Holy Cult, Li Hidong looked at the 3-foot-tall emperor's body, his pupils suddenly contracted. Originally, his expression was very relaxed. But after seeing the emperor's body, he suddenly stood up from the chair, his expression became very excited. Could this be the Extreme Ice Emperor body in Legendary? How can Jin Yiyu obtain this kind of constitution? Li Hidong looked towards Wang Yi in the distance. This Saint Lord in the beginning really has some skills. In such a short period of time, Jin Yiyu can be cultivated into an Extreme Ice Emperor. No wonder the Jin family agreed with Jin Yiyu to join Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. It turns out that this power is not simple. The Holy Land of Absolute Beginning was in decline back then, but with this young man in charge, its strength instantly increased many times. A young disciple in his early 20s can challenge the 29-year-old Su Zhengyu. Before that, he didn't believe that Su Zhengyu had a rival at all. This Saint Lord of Absolute Beginning really has some skills. It seems that the distribution of power in Hangzhou is about to change. Li Hidong rubbed his sore and swollen temples, and said in a heavy tone, "Now that Su Zhengyu wants to win, there is only one possibility left. I have learned a set of Imperial Rank's best cultivation technique before. Tianyang Emperor Fist. With the help of the power of the Extreme Sun at noon, the power is extremely extraordinary. Su Zhengyu has practiced this set of fist technique for 10 years, and has the Great Completion Realm. The power of the cultivation technique can be brought into full play. He has two advantages. The first is its own realm, Divine Transformation Apex. With a double increase, it is comparable to the mysterious cave stage powerhouse. Relying on the tyrannical strength of the Tianyang Emperor Fist, after being pushed to the extreme, the power can be doubled. If Jin Yiyu's realm is not high, and the Ice Extreme Empire has just broken through, it is very likely to defeat it. Thinking of this, a glimmer of hope lit up in Li Hidong's eyes. For the final reward of this competition, the Fengali Secret Realm token, I still want to fight for it. There is only one quota in Hangzhou. After getting it, disciples will get very rich opportunities when they enter the exploration. If Jin Yiyu's cultivation technique is also Imperial rank, the training time must be shorter than Su Zhengyu's, and the realm is not as good as the other party. With the ebb and flow, Su Zhengyu really hoped to defeat Jin Yiyu. In the arena. With a wave of his fist, Su Zhengyu dispelled the icy power. He kicked his feet on the ground suddenly, flew up hundreds of feet high like a cannonball, raised his right arm, and roared. Tianyang Emperor Fist. The bright sun in the sky released extremely strong golden light, shining on the right fist. The golden light merged into the fist, forming a huge light group, which grew bigger and bigger, just like the bright sun in the sky. After a while, the power of extreme yang gathered on the fist. From a distance, it looks like there are two suns in the sky. With the help of Tianyang Zun's body, Su Zhengyu gathered extremely powerful Tianyang Emperor Fist, and the golden light released from the fist on his right arm was actually more dazzling than the sun on that day. Destroy me. Su Zhengyu looked at Jin Yiyu below, without any pity in his eyes. In his view, as long as he owns an opponent, he must use his strongest strength to defeat him. No one can stop him, even if the opponent is a strong man with the Extreme Ice Emperor physique. The scorching heat radiated from the fist emitting golden light. The icy coldness that had just surfaced in the square was quickly extinguished by the scorching sun. Su Zhengyu waved his fist, as if holding a sun in his hand, and blasted towards Jin Yiyu on the ground. This punch has exhausted all its strength, and there is no hold back. The stands. Seeing this scene, Jin Shikai was completely shocked. The falling gold sun, as if it was about to fall on him, made him extremely uncomfortable. Yiyu, get out of the way. Don't fight Su Zhengyu head-on. This is the Heavenly Sun Emperor Fist condensed after casting the Heavenly Sun Venerable Body. With Su Zhengyu's current situation, it is comparable to the blow of the mysterious cave powerhouse. If Jin Yiyu only possessed the Extreme Ice Emperor body, it would be very difficult to contend with this move, and 9 out of 10 she would be defeated. Everyone in the square looked up at the sky, the air was eerily quiet, and no one dared to open their mouths to speak at this moment. The slowly setting gold sun weighed on everyone's hearts, making them dare not take a breath. In the arena, Jin Yiyu's delicate body suddenly flew up. Opening his arms, streaks of deep blue ice-cold power converged on his hands. She opened her mouth and spit out 4 large characters. Frozen miles. Suddenly, a frightening blue cold current flew from between the hands to the sky. The power of extreme ice spread rapidly to the surroundings, with Jin Yiyu as the core. A thick layer of frost instantly formed on the surrounding ground. 1 jong, 2 jong, 10 feet. In the blink of an eye, a round platform of ice 10 feet thick appeared on the ring. Standing on the ice platform, Jin Yiyu exploded with arrogance. An extremely cold air current of icy blue rushed towards the sky. Seen from a distance, it looks like a blue beam of light rushing towards the sky. Shroud Su Jungyu in it. Chapter 97 Sky Blue Icicles. Su Jungyu felt an extremely cold force in front of him. Even if he held a gold sun that was as hot as a flame in his hand, he couldn't drive away the extreme cold. The piercing chill pierces the skin, freezing it into a purple sauce. After the gold sun in his hand encountered the icy blue cold current, there was a loud noise and white smoke rose. That is, in the blink of an eye, it was wiped out by the extreme cold storm. Originally, there was nothing in the blue beam of light, just a cold air current. Under Jin Yiyu's control, an icicle with a diameter of 100 feet formed from the bottom, spreading upwards at an extremely fast speed. That is, in the blink of an eye, Su Jungyu was frozen in the extremely cold icicle. The icicles are deep blue and glow blue in the sunlight. Su Jungyu could be seen frozen in the pillar, like an amber trapped in a bug, only at his mercy. Those with good eyesight could see that Su Jungyu's expression was extremely ferocious, as if he was enduring some kind of irresistible force. No matter how hard he struggled, he couldn't get out of the icicle. There was silence in the arena. Everyone was shocked from ear to ear when they saw the ice-colored ice-blue pillars. The power of extreme cold spread from the icicles, and a thick layer of frost formed on the ground. Some people with lower strength were attacked by the power of the ice, and a layer of hoarfrost also formed on their bodies, and they were actually frozen there. The stronger ones quickly released the spiritual qi in their bodies, driving away the chill. If so, there is also a layer of frost on the eyebrows, and the lips are purple. It's so cold, oh. I feel like I'm going to freeze to death. What the hell is this martial skill? It's just the aftermath of the spread. It's so scary. Oh my god, Su Jungyu is frozen in the icicle like this, he is probably dead already. They were terribly frozen by the extreme cold just by being in the square. It was hard to imagine how tragic Su Jungyu would end up facing this strike head-on. In just an instant, it was frozen into an ice sculpture. And it was sealed inside that extremely cold icicle. Even if there was still life in his body, he couldn't break the rock-solid icicle. It's like a deep blue coffin, completely sealing him inside. These people fantasized about being an enemy of Jin Yiyu and being frozen to death in the icicle, and they all trembled in fright. Even Jin Yiyu, a realm mysterious cave powerhouse, could not face such a terrifying cold force. It even takes 2 realms higher to have a way to directly contend with that icy power. These people knew that Jin Yiyu's cultivation technique was terrible. Right in the middle of the stands. City Lord Zhang Dashan shuddered as the icy force invaded his body. Hastily displayed the spiritual qi in his body, driving the chill out of his body. It's so cold, what kind of cultivation technique is this, it's so scary. He possessed the strength of the mysterious cave 8th stage, even if he was not targeted, the cold air invaded his body, freezing him enough. It is conceivable that if he encounters this strike head-on, he will probably end up the same as Su Jungyu, being sealed in that blue icicle. No matter how hard you try, you can't escape. Ma Hongfu next to him shivered. San Master, this martial skill seems to be the frozen miles in Legendary. Frozen thousands of miles. Zhang Dashan was taken aback suddenly, he had never heard the name of this martial skill before. Ma Hongfu shivered, and said tremblingly, I saw it in an ancient book. There is a martial skill of the ice-cold type. It is the ultimate in Emperor rank, and the name is Frozen Thousand Miles. After using it, the power of extreme cold can freeze the space, forming a scene of thousands of miles of ice. Cultivated to the late stage, it can be said that one person sits in the town, and there is no way to open it. What? Zhang Dashan picked out his ears after hearing the grade, thinking that he had heard it wrong. Ma Hongfu, say it again, it was too cold just now, it probably froze my ears. What grade is it? Ma Hongfu rubbed his hands violently, breathed out, and drove away the cold in his body. City Master, this set of martial skill grades is the best of Emperor rank. My god. Zhang Dashan was completely stunned. In a daze, he was shivered suddenly by the extreme cold air entering his body. Emperor rank's best cultivation technique. Jin Yiyu was able to learn such a grade, where did she come from? Let alone Emperor rank, even Imperial rank martial skill is extremely uncommon. As the city lord, he has only learned a set of Imperial rank cultivation technique, and his rank is not too high, only the middle rank of Imperial rank. I have never seen martial skill, the top rank of Imperial rank, let alone Emperor rank. That is definitely a distant dream. Unexpectedly, Jin Yiyu actually learned how to freeze thousands of miles. Not only did he control the extreme ice Emperor body, but he also possessed such a powerful martial skill. No wonder it was so powerful just now, it instantly sealed Su Zhengyu in the icicle. Ma Hongfu looked in the direction of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. The man leaning on the rattan chair was still calm and relaxed, enjoying the maid's massage leisurely. It seemed that everything that happened just now was under his control. From the beginning to the end, there was no worry at all. City Master, this Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is probably not easy. Look at that Saint Lord Wang Yi, who is calm and relaxed at this moment, sipping tea leisurely, as if he has long expected that Jin Yiyu will defeat Su Zhengyu. In other words, he probably passed this martial skill to Jin Yiyu. Zhang Dashan nodded heavily after hearing this. You're right. The Jin family would never have a cultivation technique of this level, nor would it be possible to help Jin Yiyu break through to the extreme ice Emperor body. So, it must be the 9 months of joining the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning to get these opportunities. Oh my god. The chances of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning are so rich. Not only did I train Jin Yiyu to become an imperial body, but I also gave her a set of Emperor rank's best cultivation technique. You have to be a saint to get such a rich opportunity, right? It is impossible to imagine how rich the resources of the Holy Land are, but I am envious in my heart. Ma Hongfu also nodded. The city lord is right. The Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is probably not the Holy Land it was before. I believe that under the leadership of the new Saint Lord, it will surely prosper and develop. Zhang Dashan nodded in agreement. You're right, the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning has been transformed. This Wang Yi helped Jin Yiyu to upgrade to the Emperor body, and gave him a set of Emperor rank cultivation technique, which is much more terrifying than we imagined. After the rewards are distributed later, I will meet this Wang Yi to see what his real skills are. The other side of the stands. Jin Shikai was trembling with excitement when he saw his own daughter cast such a terrifying martial skill. Excited, the cold invaded his body, and he sneezed from the cold. Chapter 98 Winning. Patriarch, the attack just now seems to be the Emperor rank martial skill. Jin Wu said excitedly. Emperor rank. Jin Shikai was taken aback for a moment, recalling the scene he had just seen, and nodded vigorously. You're right, the Imperial rank martial skill is absolutely impossible to have such terrifying power. I didn't expect that Yiyu not only won the art of the Jade Empress in the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, but also received a reward from the Saint Lord, and got a martial skill of this Emperor level. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning opportunity is so rich. Even a handyman disciple can get 2 Emperor rank cultivation techniques. In other holy places, Emperor rank cultivation technique adds up to 2 or 3 volumes. How can this compare? Jin Shikai was very satisfied with the identity of this handyman disciple. Even if Jin Yiyu was allowed to be a handyman disciple for the rest of his life, he would have no complaints about guarding the mountain gate. Jin Wu looked at Jin Yiyu, and when he thought of something, his whole body trembled with excitement. He took a few more breaths. Jin Yiyu shines in the youth conference this time. She possesses strength that even Su Zhengyu from the God Transformation realm can defeat. From now on, her reputation will be completely established in Hangzhou. Think about it, who would dare to provoke our Jin family? From now on, Our Jin family will be firmly seated as the #1 family in Jinling City. All forces will act according to our face. Good, good, good. When Jin Shikai heard this, he also laughed up to the sky, his tongue was almost frozen by the cold air. Isn't it? This time Jin Yiyu shines so brilliantly, our Jin family really shines. Who will dare to provoke our Jin family in the future? Think about it, 2 members of our Jin family, one joins the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning as a handyman disciple. The other joins the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning as a handmaid. What an extremely honorable thing. It seems that the 2 positions are not very honorable, but those people still can't get them if they want to. Jin Wu looked at Wang Yi, and said with great expectation, I hope the Saint Lord will give Linglong more opportunities and let her grow up faster. I will count on Linglong to take care of her in the future. Li Yidong finally panicked at this moment. It never occurred to him that Su Zhengyu would be defeated by Jin Yiyu. Emperor rank ultimate cultivation technique. Frozen miles. Su Zhengyu didn't deserve to lose. As the leader of Tianjin sacred cult, she is extremely powerful, and it can be seen that Jin Yiyu is extremely skilled in using frozen miles. At such a young age, I can cultivate the frozen 1,000 miles to the great completion realm. Jin Yiyu is not easy. This Saint Lord in the beginning, taught such a good apprentice. It's not easy. Li Yidong knew that without some special opportunities, Emperor rank cultivation technique could not improve the great completion level in a short time. Now, Su Zhengyu must be rescued. Li Yidong looked at the tall icicle in front of him. In the sunlight, the icicles shone with a light blue luster. Su Zhengyu in the middle froze completely. If you delay for a while, you may really die inside. At the next moment, Li Yidong appeared next to the icicle, raised his fist, and smashed the icicle with all his strength. He is a strong man of emptiness, 2 realms higher than divine transformation. Divided into Purple Mansion, Divine Transformation, Mysterious Cave, Empty Silence, Venerable. After bursting with full power, it will definitely be able to crush the icicles. Boom! The fist hit the icicle, and there was a violent roar. Looking at the icicle again, there was only a shallow dent in the place where it was hit. Dozens of broken ice crystals fell towards the ground. Hiss! Li Yidong gasped, staring at the huge icicle in front of him, is it too hard? With the strength of this leader, can one punch only break such a small amount? The icicles are 10 feet in diameter and hundreds of feet high. The Kongji strong man broke out with all his strength, and could only make shallow dents on it. If it is completely smashed, it will take several hours. This frozen 1,000 miles is too scary. If I'm sealed inside, it's likely to end up the same as Su Zhengyu's. The people in the stands kept exclaiming when they saw this scene. Oh my god! Jin Yiyu's icicles are so strong. That's a strong man in the sky. He hit it with all his strength, but it was only broken a little. Is this the tyranny of Emperor rank's best cultivation technique? If it's used on a large scale, it's a group skill martial skill. These people don't know much about the Emperor rank cultivation technique, and still far underestimate its power. Especially for a person who possesses the Ice Emperor body, using Great Completion Realm's frozen miles can double its power. Li Yidong looked at Jin Yiyu. Yiyu, Su Zhengyu has already lost, can you remove this icicle? Jin Yiyu and Su Zhengyu didn't have a deep hatred, it's good to win, there's no need to kill Su Zhengyu completely. Break. With a soft snort, the icicles in the air disintegrated instantly, turning into tiny ice crystals, scattered all over the ground. Clatter. The ice crystals fell on the high platform and rolled towards the stands on both sides. The spectators who were closer to the stands felt the sudden drop in the surrounding temperature, and many people were shivering from the cold. Su Zhengyu turned into an ice sculpture, fell straight down, was caught by Li Yidong, who was quick-eyed and quick-handed, and then flew back to the stands. The referee immediately announced the result of the game. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, Jin Yiyu wins. After the results were announced, there was a burst of applause from the stands. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. It's amazing, to be able to teach such an excellent disciple. Jin Yiyu, you are the goddess in my heart. This Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is a dark horse, it's the Emperor body, and it's the Emperor Gong. I want to join too. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, is about to rise. There were tens of thousands of spectators in the stands, many of whom were from various forces, all over Hangzhou. This battle completely established the name of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. From then on, no one dared to underestimate this power. A reminder sounded in Wang Yi's mind. Ding! Your disciple, Jin Yiyu, won the leader in the Hangzhou Youth Conference. You have completed the task. Congratulations, you have received the reward, Extreme Dao Emperor Weapon Large Gift Bag. Open. Wang Yi's eyes shone with excitement. For half a year, this Extreme Dao Emperor Weapon has been on his mind. Ding! You opened the Extreme Dao Emperor Weapon Large Gift Bag and got Ancient Dragon Scale Fist. Consciousness enters the system world. On the empty land, there was a glove shining with divine light, and an extremely terrifying dragon breath was released from the glove. The gloves are made of gold, and upon closer inspection, they are actually composed of fine dragon scales. So strong. Wang Yi looked at the ancient dragon scale fist, his eyes burst into a bright light. Ancient dragon scale fist, woven from the dragon scales of the ancient golden dragon, tempered with the blood essence of the golden dragon, to create the Extreme Dao Emperor weapon. When performing fist technique, you can carry the power of the ancient golden dragon, making the martial skill 50 times more powerful. Dragon scales are extremely defensive and can be used as a defensive object, catching the enemy's Extreme Dao Emperor weapon with bare hands. Simply throwing a fist can increase the strength 50 times. Chapter 99 Rank Change. Good stuff. Wang Yi's eyes lit up excitedly. This is definitely a very practical Extreme Dao Emperor weapon. Judging from the introduction, even without the martial skill, simply using the ancient dragon scale fist to punch a punch can increase the strength by 50 times. How terrifying is the 50 times the power of the Great Emperor? This is also why those Great Emperor powerhouses with Extreme Dao Emperor weapon are invincible existences in the same rank. It is even possible to defeat enemies by leapfrogging. Because Extreme Dao Emperor weapon is really too strong. 8 Desolate Emperor Physique. Even if it is cultivated to the great completion state, the strength of the enhancement is only 5 times. When you enter the realm of transformation, you can only increase your strength by 10 times. Apex Environment, the improvement is slightly higher, 20 times. This Extreme Dao Emperor weapon has a 50-fold increase, far exceeding the power of the Imperial Body. Extreme Dao Emperor weapon, its grade is much higher than the Emperor Body, and the increase it gets is very powerful. Wang Yi stretched his palm forward, and the ancient dragon scale fist flew to his palm, automatically adjusting its size to fit perfectly with his palm. This dragon scale, even with God's body, can change size at will to fit the body. The palm trembled slightly. An extreme sense of power emerged in his arms. Streams of tyrannical dragon aura emanated from the glove, forming a golden dragon on the arm. Seen from a distance, there is a golden dragon coiled on Wang's right arm. The dragon's head rested on the back of his hand, glaring at the enemies ahead. It looks extremely mighty. So strong. With this punch, the sky will collapse and the earth will collapse, and the mountains and rivers will stop flowing. The system rewards are really great. As the number of disciples increases, the higher the realm, the better the rewards. The rewards for the next tasks must be even richer. Ding! New mission. You have made your debut in Hangzhou. Next, let the disciples in the sect participate in stronger challenges. Ding! Ancient Sword Island is about to appear. Send a disciple to win the first place in the list of ancient swords in Sword Island. Ding! Reward. Sword Extreme Dao Emperor Weapon. Hearing this award, Wang Yi's eyes lit up. Sword Extreme Dao Emperor Weapon. This reward is really good. Today, with the bone of the 10,000 Swords Emperor, he is destined to embark on the road of swordsmanship in the future. The sword-type Extreme Dao Emperor weapon is also what I need. The sky-slashing and sword-drawing technique, combined with the Jidao Emperor sword, will display terrifying divine power. Any enemy standing in front of him will be cut in two. So, I really hope to get this reward. Wang Yi stroked his chin and thought about it. There is a sword list in the ancient Sword Island, which records the rankings of the insight sword techniques within 10,000 years. The deeper the sword technique of insight, the higher the ranking. If you want to win the first place, the difficulty may not be low. The old man of celestial secrets should know some secrets, and I will ask them later. The ancient sword tower will appear in every corner of Hangzhou, and every time it appears in the world, it will attract the participation of all the masters of swordsmanship. Since it will take 1 year to appear, it is enough for disciples from various states to rush over. In 10,000 years, there must be many sword masters with imperial bodies who created glorious history on the ancient Sword Island. Today's Qin Feiyu is only the bone of swordsmanship, and there is still some distance from the bone of emperor. It seems that we need to help Qin Feiyu improve the sword bone as soon as possible. This time to upgrade the sword bone, it is best to use the apex emperor bone. The aptitude is enough to rule the roost on the ancient Sword Island. Consciousness returns to reality. After tidying up the venue, Zhang Dashan stood on the high platform. His eyes swept across the numerous forces, and stayed at the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning for a while. This youth conference is extremely exciting. Especially in the last battle, Jin Yiyu won the match with a proud posture. It can be said that she deserves her name. Let me also see the tyranny of the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Cultivating disciples to be so arrogant, amazing. Speaking of this, the audience in the audience gave warm applause. Among the many forces, only one force did not applaud. Luo Yuanqing, the leader of the 8 Desolation Sacred Sect, looked at Wang Yi's position, his eyes flickering. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Why are there so many rich opportunities? This Saint Lord is not easy. The disappearance of Meng Soaring Dragon and Tang Chen must have something to do with it. Before, it was believed that the strength of Holy Land of Absolute Beginning was too weak to kill the 2 strong men in the church. But looking at it now, this Wang Yi can teach such a strong disciple, and his own strength will not be too weak. It is possible to kill the 2 of them. Luo Yuanqing gave Jin Shikai a hard look. Old boy, you must have brought Meng Soaring Dragon and Tang Chen to kill them. Still lying to me. Damn it. Luo Yuanqing and Meng Soaring Dragon joined the 8 Desolation Sacred Church at the same time, and the 2 grew up together, and their relationship is very good. The disappearance of Meng Soaring Dragon made Luo Yuanqing extremely uncomfortable, and he always wanted to find the culprit. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is not easy, it is best to ask the ancestors to do it. He decided to take his ancestor to the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning to find out the reality. When the strength allowed, he avenged this revenge. At that time, wouldn't it be a good thing to accept Jin Yiyu as an apprentice? Zhang Dashan continued. The old man announced that the ranking of the forces in Hangzhou has changed. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, ranked first. The youth conference is not only a contest between disciples, but also a contest between forces. The ranking of the forces will change according to the ranking of the disciples. Jin Yiyu is too strong, and it is not an exaggeration for Holy Land of Absolute Beginning to win the top spot. It is very rare for such a last place to be directly promoted to the first place. There are many benefits to being number 1. The apprenticeship conference can have the most conspicuous big stage in the core area. All the disciples who come here can see the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning at the first sight. The disciples who received it must be better. More potential disciples are willing to join this force. Next, invite Jin Yiyu to come on stage and receive the reward. After hearing this, everyone in the audience looked at Jin Yiyu enviously. Jin Yiyu walked gracefully onto the ring with lotus feet. Her long legs, which were as white as jade, shone seductively in the sun, and her graceful waist made countless young disciples go crazy. Zhang Dashan flipped his wrist and took out a palm-sized token. The word, Fengali, is engraved on the front, and there is a faint power of thunder emanating from the token. This token can bring 3 people into the Fengali secret realm together. If you want to use it, it's better to take Saint Lord with you, it will be safer. Jin Yiyu nodded slightly, and stretched out her jade hand to take the sign. Thank you, the City Lord, for reminding me. You're welcome. Zhang Dashan smiled gratifiedly. You won the leader of the youth conference, what do you want to say? Jin Yiyu stood in the middle of the high stage, her eyes swept over the audience, paused for a while at the Jin's place, and finally landed on Wang Yi. Chapter 100 Ancient Sword List. Thanks to being cultivated by Saint Lord, Yiyu was able to improve her qualifications so much in a short period of time, and her strength has also improved a lot. It can be said that without the Saint Lord, there would be no Yiyu today. After saying these words, the audience turned their attention to Wang Yi again. Before, some people speculated that Jin Yiyu was the opportunity she got when she went out for training. But these words mean that the opportunities are all obtained by Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Oh my God, it's really the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, who trained Yi to be a strong emperor. Isn't this opportunity great? I want to get it too. I want to join the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Quote. Zhang Dashan nodded secretly. This Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is really about to rise. A full moon rises in the night sky. The vast galaxy cluster slowly rotates with the full moon. Pavilion of Celestial Secrets. On the stargazing platform on the top floor, the old man from Celestial Secrets made a pot of tea and filled a cup for Wang Yi. Please use. The old man's words were still flat, the same as before. Wang Yi picked up the Celadon teacup, blew off the green leaves floating on it, and took a sip. Good tea. The old man of Celestial Secrets smiled lightly, and said, it matches the taste of fellow Taoist, so it's good tea. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, shine in Hangzhou, I'm afraid it will soar to the sky. Wang Yi put the teacup on the stone table, and said softly, it's just a small fight, you can't get on the table. Small trouble. The old man from Celestial Secrets smiled bitterly. Cultivating a disciple with the qualifications of the Emperor body, and also taught the Emperor rank Cultivation Technique, is this still called a small fight? This is the Saint Lord in the beginning, it is really hard to see through. Even with the power of his celestial secrets, it is impossible to deduce the origin of the youth, so it is conceivable that there must be something extraordinary about his identity. The fellow Taoist came this time, but for the matter of the ancient Sword Island. Exactly. Wang Yi smiled slightly, you can't hide anything from the old man of celestial secrets. If you want to ask anything, just say it. The old man from Celestial Secrets picked up his teacup and took a sip. Wang Yi raised his head, looked to the north side, and there was a sword island floating in the void. Sword Island has an ancient sword list, which records the peerless geniuses of 10,000 years. Do you know the strength of the number 1 swordsman? The first person to realize the sword. The old man of Celestial Secrets stroked his goatee, that is a legendary-like existence. Do you know Xingyuan Sword Emperor? Xingyuan Sword Emperor. Wang Yi's pupils shrank slightly, it's him. On Qianlong continent, there is a Kendo legendary who was born with an apex Sword Emperor body. The old man of Celestial Secrets said in a leisurely voice, when Xingyuan Sword Emperor was young, he entered the ancient Sword Island. From the sword tablet, Insight produced a set of Emperor rank's best sword technique. Xingyuan Sword Technique. Insight Sword Technique, it only took 20 days. Climb to the top of the Enlightenment Sword Monument with a proud posture. Those who came later, even with the appearance of the Apex Sword Emperor body and the ultimate sword technique of Insight Emperor rank, their speed has not surpassed him. In the end, this person became Emperor with Xingyuan Sword Technique, and was named Xingyuan Sword Emperor. Establish the supreme power, Xingyuan Emperor Palace. On the main road, various forces are divided by strength, which can be divided into sect, Holy Church, Holy Land, and Imperial Palace. The Holy Land is not the strongest force, but the Imperial Palace is. In every Imperial Palace, there must be a powerful Great Emperor sitting in command, otherwise, it can only be called a holy place. 20 days. Wang Yi frowned. This speed exceeded his estimate. After the ancient Sword Island appeared, it could exist for 3 months. During these 3 months, Insight Sword Technique from the Sword Steel. Under normal circumstances, within 3 months, Insight can produce a set of Imperial rank sword technique, which is relatively fast. Only with the Emperor rank qualification can one obtain the Insight Emperor rank sword technique. Moreover, it will take more than 2 months. Xingyuan Sword Emperor spent 20 days, and Insight produced a set of Emperor rank's best sword technique. This kind of swordsmanship qualification is a bit scary. It is difficult for future generations to surpass it. Wang Yi said earnestly, when the Xingyuan Sword Emperor entered the ancient Sword Island, the level of the sword body was not low, right? The old man of Celestial Secrets nodded heavily. Back then, Xingyuan Sword Emperor encountered a kendo opportunity. Chenkin Sword Emperor's body broke through to the state of transformation, and his kendo qualifications were greatly improved, so he entered Sword Island. Imperial body transformation. Wang Yi narrowed his eyes slightly. No wonder I was able to gain a set of Emperor rank's best sword technique from Insight in 20 days. Every time the imperial body is upgraded by a realm, the perception will be greatly improved, and the insight sword technique will be faster. Under the mysterious cave realm, it is extremely rare to find those who have the ability to improve their imperial physique to enter the realm of transformation. The Sword Enlightenment Monument will only record the speed of insight when entering Sword Island for the first time. If it is the second time to enter, there will be no chance to be on the list of ancient swords. This task is to let Qin Feiyu win Xingyuan Sword Emperor and get the first place. Insight set of Emperor rank top quality sword technique, the time should be within 20 days. Otherwise, the task fails. Thank you. Wang Yi chatted with the old man of Celestial Secrets for a while before leaving the place. The old man from Celestial Secrets put his hands behind his back and looked at the galaxy cluster in the sky. A new star is rising in the east. Next to it, there are several accompanying stars, releasing bright light together. This scene made the old man of Celestial Secrets slightly startled. The main star is rising, and the Emperor star is accompanying. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning is getting more and more difficult. Holy Land of Absolute Beginning. Wang Yi took Jin Yiyu and landed in front of the mountain gate, just in time to meet Qin Feiyu who was sweeping the floor. Meet the Saint Lord. Qin Feiyu hurriedly put down the broom in his hand and bowed in salute. Wang Yi responded softly. Senior Sister Yiyu, have you ever won the first place? Qin Feiyu looked at the hot woman, his eyes lingering on the long legs for a moment. His Adam's apple moved, and Gudong swallowed. Hastily moved his eyes away. There was a bright smile on Jin Yiyu's face. Fortunately, I didn't disgrace my life. This time at the youth conference, I won the leader. Congratulations, sister. Qin Feiyu smiled knowingly. We, the Holy Land of Absolute Beginning, deserve this honor. Feiyu, the next test is up to you. Wang said earnestly. Ah. Qin Feiyu was taken aback suddenly. Saint Lord, you have something to give to me. Wang Yi pointed to the northeast, and there was a sword island floating in the void. Look at that sword island. 1 year later, it will come down over Jinling City. You can enter it, and gain insight sword technique from it. Qin Feiyu's eyes suddenly lit up. Sword Island. Insight sword technique. With a sword bone in his body, he had long felt the feeling of the floating sword island. When Wang Yi mentioned it this time, he was even more eager to try. Saint Lord, don't worry, this time when the disciple enters Sword Island, he must incite a sword technique. Wang Yi put his hands behind his back and said in a leisurely voice, Feiyu, I want to entrust you with a heavy responsibility. Saint Lord, please speak. There is a sword comprehension list on Jiandao, and there are nearly 10,000 years on it, the ranking of the swordsman's talent. I want you to win the first place. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories. And never miss out on a great listen.